Real recognize real back with another video. And today be talking about what's the best line to end an argument. Now, it's so crazy is because Pisces is good at ending the argument before it even starts. Uh, mostly time, I say most of the time, you ain't even gotta say nothing. Sometimes you just go quiet and that just ends the argument. But I'm here to tell y'all, you can't always go quiet, bro. It's like sometimes you can, and I say this, it's not you okay. If you're gonna be silent, you gotta do it with purpose. You gotta do it, you gotta know when to be silent and you know, when to be um assertive, because like you don't want to give the impression that you're weak, like you're just being quiet because you don't want to rock the boat or you don't want to get into it with somebody. So you gotta know when to do it. What's going on, Thomas Fade? Welcome. We said, "What's up, Pisces gang? We in the building." So it's like when you in an argument, it's different. One thing is this. It's a reason why it take two people to argue. It's really boils down to a person disagreeing with what you're doing, right? So it's easier to just shut it down. Just shut the argument down. Some may laugh, some may cry, some may whine, some may fight. Usually the loudest one in the room wants to fight. The quietest one in the room wants to end. See, wants to end it. But it's not even just ended. The person that's quiet want to end the whole thing, right? And I know a lot of y'all, we hear the different sayings. Like some people may say, oh, you don't even say you ain't even gotta say all that. That's probably one way to end the argument. A Pisces might say that, oh, you ain't even gotta say all that. A Pisces may just be quiet. A Pisces may just say we're done here. I know a classic one, which I oftentimes heard Pisces women say, I ain't gonna sit here and argue with you. See, yeah, Sully, you said, hey, bro, not gonna lie, I think I'm the only one here. And sometimes it start off like that. It's a, how can I say, it's not easy being a YouTuber, if that makes sense. It's not, you gotta, even if you've been out for a while, you still gotta be grateful for what you get. So if you get one viewer, you get one viewer, you get two, you get three. It is what it is. That's why I say sometimes you gotta. I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people ain't built for this. It's like you just gotta. If you do YouTube, you gotta do it because you like doing it. It's not like a. How can I say it? Some people. Now I understand. Like some people edit. They may take time to edit a video, and you know like I say, I was supposed to I was supposed to edit. A lot of, it's the craziest thing is like I done bought plenty of little gadgets, right? And that doesn't mean nothing, you guys. Like it doesn't mean like you could have the latest, greatest equipment to film, and it's not even like that. It's not necessary until you get big, okay? Until you get like a constant, like maybe a solid 500 people watching every day. It's like no reason to go out and buy expensive computers and, hundred, great camera and all that. Man, use an iPhone camera, bro. Get you an iPhone camera and you just roll with that until you start making some major traction. But that shouldn't be the only way, that shouldn't be the only reason to do it. You still gotta grind. But I'll tell you this, from somebody that came from nothing and got on YouTube without even thinking that none of this stuff was gonna happen, bro. I'm grateful for shit. I'm grateful that 20 people watch, 100 views. I'm just happy to be hey, have something than nothing, because there's a lot of YouTubers be crying over having like a few viewers or just like a few views, and they don't understand that, bro. Like, ain't none of this stuff. It's not promised. It's not like a guarantee you gonna even get that. So when you do, you just gotta be grateful for it. But it's just like some people will take 15 minutes to make a video. You film the video and then edit it and then upload. That might take you about 20 minutes, but I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I just started going back to editing my videos, but sometimes it'd be like with me with work and everything, because you gotta really have time to sit aside and actually put the videos together. So oftentimes, like I be put it like this. I even have my editing. So I got this iPad M4, right? And I'm gonna tell you a true story. I bought this, and guess what? I still haven't used it yet. I haven't used it for nothing related to what I bought it for. See, it still is a tax write-off though, but still, I bought it for business for my YouTube, and guess what? I still haven't used it. I still haven't did any editing. I done bought all the I done bought the apps that I needed. I got the Logic Pro, the whoop woo, the like I say, Premiere, Adobe, and all this stuff. Still haven't used it. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's like, bro, how can I say it? I made some bad mistakes. I mean, I made some huge mistakes when I first started YouTube. Okay. It's like no one tells you like anything. No one really, everything is self-taught. You don't really learn things until you actually make mistakes anyway. So, like, so this is what I did. Started my channel, and I just started making random shit. Like, I just started making random shit, and obviously, obviously it's like a lot of how can I say it? Obviously it's like all my videos that I first dropped was just terrible. So, it's just like I couldn't I was doing making just gotta understand, man, it's hard to make something for somebody else to like, bro. So you just start off just like just getting familiar with the camera, getting familiar with the talking, especially having like issues with that. Cause it's like I wasn't really the most talkative person, if that makes sense. I didn't really like talking to people at all. So it's like I had to get out of that though, because it was just like you have to talk to people. So anyway, I started talking more, and then I just started doing random videos, bro. And then like when I tell you, everybody gets writers, you get writer's block, bro. After doing like either 10 videos, bro, your brain just goes blank to where you constantly tell yourself, what now? What now? Okay, what am I doing now? And then it's like once you run out of ideas and stuff, you start doing, you start doing dumb videos. You start frying eggs and, doing just random stupid, no, doesn't make no sense. And then, what I'm here to tell you is that's why you gotta be passionate, bro. You see, passion lasts longer than love could ever last. It's like if you be passionate, you gonna just do it because you want it, because you like doing it. That's just like basketball. Like if you play basketball, it never gets old because that's something you passionate about. You'll do it even if you playing by yourself. So it's like to me, that's what I do is I just do it because I know somebody out there listening. Even if it's one person, even if it's two people, even if it's three people, even if it's four people. The whole thing. This is not a quick. This is not a quick race. It's like it's sort of long term. So it's like you gotta just do. If you're gonna do YouTube, do it for the long haul. Don't just do it because you bored and you just want to get on there and see what it's about. Like, nah, you gotta. It's a grind. But I ain't gonna lie. Like your ideas can get like I say, I got writer's block so many times that I really, but I say this. What's going on, Misty? How you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Said, quick question: who should pay for the first date, men or women? Um, I say I say the woman should pay first for the first date. And I'm gonna tell you why. Cause this the thing, bro. Like sometimes it's like you gotta really see if a this is why I'm only saying that because I don't date. I just tell you right now, I don't date, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't. It's because I don't believe it's an illusion, bro. An illusion always outweighs a facade. Okay, so I don't want to be the person that you understand. Okay, you go out to eat, and it's like this, man. You gonna go to a fancy dancy restaurant with somebody that you don't even know if you're gonna be talking to. There ain't no guarantees. Um, there's nothing really to go. There's nothing to give you this type of feeling of comfortability of like, okay, we're gonna actually hang out more after this, right? So you take her out to eat, and then all of a sudden, it doesn't feel real. It feels like you just paid for her meal, and that's where it ends. Like it's not even like a real conversation. It's like, we're gonna go get some wings. And then it's like after the wings are already ran through, now what? Oh, you wanna come to my house? No. Now I don't get anything out of it. So what was the whole point of going to this damn restaurant? See, now I'm different. And it took me a long time to accept this for myself, is that if we vibing and she really F with me, to where she hasn't mentioned anything about taking her out nowhere, then I'll take her out. See, because she wasn't expecting it. That's different. But if she asks me one time, oh, we ever gonna go out and are we ever gonna go out and do something? Nope. Cause now I feel like you trying to make me do something. Like it's like a person trying to pull your manhood from you. Like, oh, are you gonna take me out to eat? The hell? Why are you so aggressive? Like, bro, no. If that's what you looking for only from me, then no. And then another thing is that it's like until I get the cheeks, then I feel like if I get the cheeks, or even if I know, put it like this, if the cheeks are for grabs, and it's like, okay, I know we gonna go there, then it's like, okay, well maybe, then I wouldn't really, mind. I'd be like, okay, well, hey. But it's like that's only if I'm attracted to you though. I wouldn't just do it for any female. But it's like if I really see that's the difference, bro. I'm gonna tell you. If I'm attracted to you, I'll pay for the first meal. Boom. I'll pay for the first meal though. See, it's a trick, it's a catch to it. I paid for the first meal because I'm attracted to you. So it's like if you a five and under, nope, nope, But if you up there like 9 till 10, I do it. I tell you what, I do it the third date. I pay for it, not the first two. So the third date. See, because you gotta look, bro. Like until you know for sure that this is going somewhere, bro. The only you pay for that first meal, bro. You you lose so many points. It's like a game. Okay, it's like imagine you and the girl, y'all having a one-on-one basketball match, right? And now she wants to do something for herself, right? She want to go eat at Casablanca's or whatever, right? She want to go eat at this fancy restaurant where it's 40, let's say on the low end, it's $40 a plate, right? That's the minimum. $100 a plate for the maximum. Now you look at the reward, right? Because it's not a reward for you, but it's a reward for her. Now, if it's gonna benefit her, what are you getting out of the deal to match the reward, right? To match what something she wants that she thinks is a reward. Now, it's like, well, damn, I better get something I want out of the deal. See? Because I'm not gonna just do it off of a if and a maybe, like, oh nope. So this is a thing. Cause think, Now I'm gonna tell you my opinion real quick. If this is what I believe, okay? If a woman is not laying you or paying you, she's simply playing you, okay? That's what I live by. She's simply playing you for the simple fact. If if a woman really like you, she's gonna want to. If a woman really, really like you, she's gonna, man, she ain't even gonna act. She's just gonna pay for it, bro. She just gonna pay for it. And then I'm gonna tell you why, because she really F with you. And she's making it easy for you to where it's like clear as day that I really like you like that. See? And then the thing about it is when you don't even have to ask her stuff, bro, and she already showing loyalty like that, that's the one you want. You want the one that really, really like you. See? Because if the woman don't really, really like you, bro, she's not buying you shit, bro. Period. And she can be a nurse. She could be a damn surgeon. She could have a great job, and guess what? She ain't buying you shit if she don't really like you like that. Nope. Telling you, it hit different when it's like, damn, you make $60 an hour. I can't get a damn one thing from you. Nope. And it's just because she don't really like you like that. And the funny thing is, like, I had I was talking to this one girl, and she was an Aries, right? And she was like telling me about medicine and how, like, she was just trying to talk me. She had a nerve to call me a parasite, bro. I ain't never I ain't never been called no parasite, bro. She had, like, literally, she called me a parasite. I said, damn, I'm surprised you ain't cussed me out, but you called me a parasite. And she called me a parasite because of the food that I eat. See, she was like, oh, she's one of those type of people that believe in, drinking okra water and all the, the little herbs, and just like, she's telling me that, oh, I got, like, everything that she makes is all, cures and all types of healing drinks and whatnot. And I told her, I said, that's bullshit. I said, okra water is not a cure, bro. Yeah, it can help. It can like help things, but it's not a cure. See? But let me see. Roger, you said, Lexus said, interesting. You the first person to have the right answer. I mean, that's just the thing. Like, it's like, like I say, it's just like, you just gotta. I'm not telling you, like, in a poor, like a broke type of user experience. I'm telling you in a way that, like, make sure you get something out of the deal experience, type of experience. Cause it's like, if you take her out to eat, and then it's like, what next? What? And then it's like, usually after she gets what she wants from, mind you, she's gonna lose respect for you. Cause here's the thing. That's why I said I didn't finish what I was saying. It's like playing a basketball game, okay? She's keeping score, and you need to keep score too. So if you just put the ball in her court, she's gonna full court press him. She gonna grab the ball. You give her the ball, she gonna run with it. She gonna try to score the most points real quick. See? Oh, damn, you gave me a $50 meal. Next thing you know, oh, you ain't even hit yet. You willing to buy dessert too? That's another $25. It's like, damn, you didn't gave her the ball. Now she just scoring. She getting everything for free. No type of pushback. And now she looking at you not as a man. She looking at you with no frame. See, it hit different. Now you wonder why you still chasing, trying to hit, and she ain't giving you none. Cause you'd already done won, bro. She'd already scored on you so many times. She don't even want to play again, bro. That's why you trying to take her out again. It's like, no. She telling you no now. That's the difference. Cause she really didn't like you to begin with. She was just using you for lunch. She was just using you to pay for dinner. That's why I'm trying to tell you, like, bro, unless you get some neck off the rip, oh, that's different. Like, okay, well, damn, I got something out of it. So yeah, if I'm gonna buy something, you did something for me. Hey, I guess the 25, hey, the $40, whatever. Hey, we even. See? Cause that's me. I get the score. You got the score. So now we even now. But that's the thing. You gotta see it in a different light. Cause if you don't, you just gonna be like the rest of them. Cause she gonna test you, bro. Like, she gonna test you to see if you gonna stay in frame. See? She even gonna pick something on the menu that she knows she shouldn't even be asked, that she shouldn't be ordering. Oh, let me get the lobster face with the let me get the lobster face with the let me get the lobster face. Oh, damn, that's a $60 lobster face. Damn. And then the man, he trying to act cool and trying to impress, and that be his downfall. But okay, so Misty said I'm great company, I'm good vibes, so men don't mind paying, but I'm also generous and will pay and gives 200. Oh yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, that's the thing. As long as the person is willing, it's supposed to be a give and exchange. It's supposed to be a fair exchange. But it's like, and I'm gonna tell you, if it's more of a, see, even to pick where to go on a date, it's gotta be fair. See, she tried. Sometimes women can have you taking them to places other men didn't took them, and it's just like a whole. You wonder why she knows everybody when you guys, if you ever done that, then you end up realizing she's getting hugs from the DJ, talking to such and such. It's like, damn, you know everybody here. So sometimes you gotta eat at somewhere that take her somewhere that she ain't never been to, man. That's the best way. Don't even ask her, oh yeah, where you like to eat at. Maybe somewhere down the line when you guys, if you guys keep talking. But try to keep it to like new places that, either somewhere you ain't never been to. Just know that you don't want to take her somewhere that she's used to going already, because she might know everybody up in that mug. And then it's like, she might simply be choosing those spots because either A, she doesn't want things to get, awkward between the two of you just in case everything goes left, or she might end up finding a way to break off with you, like detach wise, and then she'll go off and finish the night out going home with someone else. So that's why I say, like, just be careful. But the whole date thing is like, it's an illusion to me, because first let's establish if we even like each other. Could you imagine eating dinner across the table from somebody that you don't even like? You can't just like and I'm gonna tell you, you can't just go off attraction alone, because once they start to, once they start to talk to you, once the conversation starts to go, it's like, okay, you might not even like how they talk. See, and that's what happened to me. The Aries got too, she got ahead of herself, and she FaceTimed me. So when she FaceTimed me, I could tell, like, the way she was looking at me and stuff, I could tell like she was making a mental decision, like yay or nay. So when she got to finishing about, her okra water situation, and then I told her like, oh, that's cool, but because, like, I'm not gonna just take her word for it and start drinking okra water. I'm not that type of person. Like, if that works for you, that works for you. She's like, oh, this actually cures everything. Even ER. I'm like, I don't have no issue with ER. I don't know why she's even said that. She's like, yeah, it actually keeps my, pH on balance too. Oh yeah, you get nice skin tone and whoop de whoop. I'm like, bro, no, I'm not drinking no okra water, bro. And then it's like, to me, I don't like when you first meet somebody and they're already trying to suggest things to you. That's annoying. It's super annoying. Like, oh, you should drink this type of, let me make you some uh some grass fed tea, just something that you don't even have enough research to try, to try it. Let me see. Misty said I waited tables. A Russian hooker would come in 4 times a month plus with a different man. One of my guy friend waiter called her out in front of John. Said Red Lobster down. That's crazy. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, she said, blueberries is better for the skin. It really does magic. And see, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy you said that, because like, it's crazy in a good way. Cause like, if you mention something that I'm already, like used to, it's different. Like that's relatable. But it's like if you come in, you just met somebody and you mention something they never tried, then it ends with, hey, well, hey, maybe sometime you should try it. Boom. And then it's like in a conversation and you start a new conversation. But it's like she was really on the whole, like trying to throw it, shove it down my throat. Like, yeah, you got to get okra water. Yeah, I don't know where you been at. Yeah, you a parasite. You been eating McDonald's and doing this and doing that. She's like, yeah, you're a parasite. And then she said something about worms or something. She said that, oh, I bet you got all kind of worms within you. She's like, yeah, they probably be floating above the toilet water. And I was like, whoa, that's a little deep there. I'm like, slow down. I don't even like, so you really are microscopic then? You really checking out the toilet when you get done because you feel like a health freak? Like, okay, well, maybe I'll stick to Greek yogurt. I don't know. This is why, okay. This is why I say, okay, even when you take all of that, see, you still are not guaranteed life, bro. See, yeah, it can help, it can manage things better, but it's not a cure. See, if that was the case, then everybody would, I guess, live off of sea moss, and everybody would just, eat shellfish for the rest of their life. Even then, it might not be a good idea. See, I could tell you one thing. Let's say a guy eats broccoli, right, and baked chicken every single day. Yeah, if you don't keep it, if you don't eat it just sometime, that broccoli might cake up in your stomach. Yeah, it probably would be much healthier choice of a meal, but not every single day. It's like that can actually do. It could still do something. Might have a gas, like how can I say it? Because like certain foods you could eat and it could just give you so much gas that it's like unbearable. To where you might be like literally letting off some nuclear warfare with those farts, to where those they really really stink, to like letting you know, like, okay, either that's my intestines that, hey, you can't really prove it whether or not, oh, it's getting out, it's getting rid of all the gunk. It's like, bro, you just been eating nothing but broccoli every single day. It's like I say, it's a healthier choice, but you're not guaranteed to even live. It's not the whole truth of the matter. Like, yeah, this is where it ends. Like, no. And sometimes that's why I say, like, and I'm not saying that it won't work. I'm just saying you don't want to just think that it's the last thing. Like, it seals the deal. If that makes sense. And then and Misty said, "Who wants to drink I can't even say it. Okra water. Who wants to drink that?" That's why I said, like, you gotta really be like, you really gotta be into that. That's like a lifestyle of uh celibacy or something. That's like oh, I'm gonna go through life. It's, to me, I see it as a ritual. It's like, okay, no, nothing else but just okra water. Okay. And then it's like, to me, I feel like she was influenced. She was strongly influenced. Whoever put her on that idea, to where it becomes a binge and she just keeps doing it, it must have been like something that she's not telling me about. Could be something that maybe she has an illness or something. I don't know. But it's like for her to think that that's the whole uh, cure, a cure to whatever, maybe it's a cure for her. You know, she ain't mentioned everything. But how we even got on this whole conversation in the first place was because I asked to see her panel, okay, her my chart. And then all of a sudden she got defensive and she just started telling me how, oh, I ain't got nothing and whoop de woo. And yeah, you know, I drink okra water every day. So what? I still want to see your panel. Like nowadays it's 2026. People lie, bro. Like you gotta see paperwork. People lie, bro. People lie and they say things like, oh, I've been drinking sea moss every day, and bro, that doesn't mean nothing, bro. You can stick your head inside of a damn in the healthiest damn pool of the world, and I still want to see in my chart. So it's like I hate that when people don't follow the how can I say it? They just don't follow the easiest thing to do is just to send a damn my chart, man. Like that way I could just see your panel and then okay, you're good. Okay, cool. But damn, you going off into that. That's why I know for sure. And like I say, I don't hate Aries, but it's like Aries is the women are super, super like, how can I say it? Stubborn. That probably is the best word. Hot-headed. That's the second. Um, Treat every conversation like a fight. Because even as I was telling her, like, well, it's like I was like, I hate to be a thorn in your side, but I don't really think that okra water is something you should do every day. And then she got offended. I could tell she was triggered by me saying just that. And then she was like, nah, nah. Now I see why you're a parasite. I said, parasite? Whoa. I said, that's real different. I ain't never been called no parasite. I said, well, yes, that's better than being called a bee. I guess so. And it was like, yeah. And I said, why you call me a parasite? She said, because you're feeding. That's all you're doing. You're eating sugar and whoop-de-woo and like she said something like, oh, you're eating sugar and yeah, that's gonna make you ill. I'm like, nah, bro. Like, I don't eat sugar, okay? Like sugar, she made it seem like I'm just eating hands like handfuls of just sugar, like, nah, man. It's in every food. No shit, Sherlock. I'm like, but who's like, I didn't want to hurt her feelings because as Pisces, like, as a person is trying to explain things, I told her, well, and because I was getting upset, so I started getting sarcastic. When I get upset, I start getting very sarcastic. So I told her, I said, okay, well, how about this? I said, well, let's go look in the mirror and see who looks like they're eating more sugar. And when I said that, she hung up on me. See, and that's why I say, like, bro, you can't. Obviously, if you, I'm not even gonna say that on here. And I don't want to offend. I don't want to offend anyone, but you guys catch my drift. Like, you shouldn't even be talking about something like that with somebody you don't know. That's kind of like uh when you first are like, see, I met her off of a dating site. Okay, I met her off the little Facebook dating whatever it's called, Facebook dating. And I get on there when I'm bored and I just talk to like random females, and then hey, it's just like what else you gonna do? You living on the earth, and hey, ain't shit to do all the time, bro. You get bored. So it's just, ain't nothing wrong with, talking to people, random people. But I didn't expect her to hang up on me, but it was like, I could feel, I know a Pisces, like, I'm going to say, and it's not everything is emotional, but you can feel the person's projection in such a way that feels emotional, like they're trying to trigger you. And when she said that, man, I'm talking about, I could feel my eyes watering just a little bit. And I'm like, she's really trying to like really piss me off. I was like, let me mention this. I said, well, hey, let's look in the mirror and see who's bigger. Let's see who's been eating the most sugar. As soon as I said that, man, she hung that phone up so quick. Click. I said, "Oh, damn, hit a nerve." See, like you, man, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, bro. Like, bro, you was just. It's okay for you to call me a parasite. It's okay for you to say all this other shit to me. But if I say one thing, it's almost like I'm going too far. You went too far, buddy. Yeah, okay, well, it was gonna end anyway. Let me see. What's going on, locked up? Say, yo, what's going on? Misty said I liked Aries, man. Find out he likes trans, real manly and hot. That's the thing. Like most Aries, like I say, God forbid, because my brothers are Aries, but like most Aries are like either into that or they're basically bi. So I find like a lot of Aries is just like I think the reason for it is that they, how can I say it? They like to how can I, it's like they like trying stuff, man. I feel like because even she even mentioned something that was kind of nuts. She said something about she keeps running into, guys that are bi. She said that some guy wanted her to I guess he wanted to go after her and another guy in such a way, and that he wanted to fin- clean up the mess or some shit. But I was like, why is she even telling me this? Like, and another thing too is like that let me know about her. That contradiction is that you're sitting here talking about, oh, how you're so clean and oh pH and whoopty whoopty woo, and you're sitting there telling me a story. You're trying to impress me by trying to make it seem like you're drinking okra water, but then you're doing that. You just told me something that is the total opposite. Like, so that let me know that's like the illusion that you're trying to give off that you're a clean freak, but you're really the opposite. If that makes sense. Because you don't, people tell you things, but they don't tell you everything. It's like they just give you clues. They'll say things like, "Oh, this person wanted to do a threesome, but yeah, I wasn't really feeling the person. But how long did you stay with that person after the fact? Did you even like? They don't even tell you if they did it. Like how do you know that's what he wanted, and then you didn't even say if you did it? See, like people know how to play games with like stories they tell. Like, oh yeah, she probably went along with it. So she told me a story. She's an Aries woman. She told me a story. She said a guy that she was talking to. She said that now it's funny because like I say, I don't how can I say this? I don't know why she did it, but the funny thing is that she said she was talking to a guy, right? And I guess he was like he liked to cook, right? But this was the bizarre thing. She had just met him. So she went over his house and the guy was in a robe, right? And in some house shoes. And she said that he was basically explaining to her, like, hey, can I make you something to eat? And she was like, oh, what you got? He was like, oh, I'm gonna cook up some steaks. So he cooked he cooked her up some steaks, but then once he gave her the steaks, he said, oh, I'm gonna save the rest of these leftovers for his guy friend, right? So she asked me a question. She said, oh, he cooked some food for his friend, but he wrapped it up in tinfoil. And then he gave me some of the steaks. And then he said, oh, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go drop these he said, I'm gonna go drop these steaks off to his buddy, right? She said that he didn't come back until about an hour and a half later. And then when he got back in the house, she said that he was pissed because his friend didn't eat them all. And then she asked me, do you think that he was fruity for doing that? Do you think something fruity jumped off? And I said, I think so. I mean, it's too many red flags. Okay, he's in a robe. He didn't change clothes. Nope. He had a robe, some house shoes on. So that means 9 times 10 he was naked. Then he cooked up some steaks, saved the leftovers, put them in tinfoil, went over dude's house, and then come back an hour or two later. Then he came back with an attitude talking about, oh, the mother effer didn't even eat the damn shit I cooked. Like he all emotional. Definitely something happened. Definitely, yes, of course he might be, but it's like only reason because he got mad. It's like yeah, that's why I say it's funny as hell. Like I even when she told me this, I had some soup, I had some clam chowder, and I was like, as soon as she told me the story, I'm like eating my soup, bro. And as soon as she said when he got back and he was in the road and he was pissed off that his friend didn't eat the rest of the steaks, like he was real like pissed, like, well, they didn't even eat the damn steaks. I cooked these for no. He didn't even eat them and whoop de woo, wasting my shit. I spit, man, I almost choked, bro. I spit all that fucking soup spilled all over my shirt, bro. That shit was so freaking funny that I was just like, I couldn't hold it in. It was just too. Have you guys ever ate something and somebody say some funny ass shit, bro, and you just can't even like that shit flew all that soup just flew everywhere, bro. That's just how funny that shit was. But yeah, I was like, hell yeah. I said he probably was fruity because he basically hell he didn't get mad if you wasted his damn steaks, but he got super mad when dude wouldn't eat the steaks. So he must either wanted him to really have him. So that kind of shows maybe you can't prove it, but it's like I guess that's the red flag. Now, let me see. See Prince Cash you out said like Melina, uh, Mel, yeah, I think that's what you're trying to say. Is it Millennium? My fault, man. I can't. I had a long ass day, bro. Can't really say my words all messed up right now. But yeah, said Melina did giving a speech. Who is that though? Misty said I asked all questions and don't make me be a body count, and I'm open and honest. I just want the same. Ask uncomfortable questions. Oh well. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes like I can see sometimes if somebody asks me a hard question, I usually if I it depends on how I view the question to be asked. If I feel like the person is digging or trying to like, see how I'm gonna answer it, usually I know how to like start a new conversation and kind of like put that on the back burner. Like, well, let me get back to you on that because that's kind of a good question. Like, I'll do that. And then as I keep talking, sometimes they forget that I even said what I was going to say. But usually it's not because I couldn't answer it. It's just because, like, sometimes people, it depends. If you date, if let's say if somebody you possibly dating, it's like you got to be careful with certain types of questions. But, yeah. But yeah, that's why I say, man, it's like, but that she said it was her second time. So that let me know, like, where are you finding these men in a certain type of section? Like, if you met me on the damn chat site, then you must be in hey, I don't know how the hell you ended up in that section where you started to get like the same type of, type of men that you feel were, uh, you know, bi or something, going both ways or whatever. It's like, hey, but to me, when I looked at her, I could tell something was off. I just couldn't I just couldn't put my finger on it. It was just like something was off. And then I hate that. I hate because I feel like I say this. I feel like when people go face live or FaceTime with you and you don't know them, you don't even like know them too well. It always goes left. I don't know why. But I told her, I said, I ain't really looking my best right now. I said, just so you know, oh, that's okay. And then you wonder why you get you hang up on me because I could tell she either she wasn't feeling me because the way I was looking at her on the live, it kind of was like I wasn't feeling her either. So it was just like blah. Like I ain't really even want to talk then. I hate see us Pisces. What we can't stand is we hate people that lie, bro. Like it's why is it so difficult for people to be honest, bro, and transparent, even if the person gets salty. See, like it's better to say, well, hey, such and such, or hey, real, or hey, uh, I don't mean no harm, but hey, I'm not interested in anything further than the friendship or whatever. Cool. And then I could tell you the same thing if I feel that way. I could say, well, if I felt let down, or let's say that's something I didn't want. I was like, well, damn, that's too bad. I was really hoping that it could have gotten somewhere, but I appreciate your honesty. In the story, we both get up from the eating and leave, right? But most people, they'll play these games, they'll lie to you. So she basically she was like, oh, my phone is about to die. I said, in my mind, I'm just looking like, I know that's a freaking lie. See? And it's like, damn, why you gotta lie? Why you gotta mess it up? Okay, cool, fine. I guess mine's finna die too. Like you wanna just find an excuse to end the call? Hang up then, shit. I don't give a damn shit. Hang up if you I just hate when people have to lie or come up with a lie just so they can save face and be like, oh, I wasn't really feeling. Just say that. See? Because that phony shit be like really when people do that, it really puts a pat on the back, like, whoo, because I don't want to deal, even if we were gonna continue to talk, I couldn't deal with that phoniness. Like, bro, just say how you feel. If you ain't feeling somebody, you not in their face, you just on FaceTime. Hey, I'm not feeling the situation. I'm not interested. It's better you tell the person so that way they don't keep thinking that it's a possibility or thinking that something finna, you know. And then it's like, and that wasn't a fart, that was this, right? Just so you know. See that? Squeezing this, but it's like, yeah. Okay, so let me see. Misty said, "Are you or Bob says and hard? That's my main question. That's and last time says that I needed a clean state. I mean clean slate. And do you got a girl already? Damn, that's crazy." She said, I know why they lie to me. I'm on top notch. I got a dig and who wants that? I said I don't. And then locked up said, yeah, I be hating liars. I mean, yeah, definitely. It's the I guess that's probably like you said, Misty, it's probably a question you probably would have to ask them face to face to see their facial expression, see how they respond to it. Because over the phone, it's a waste of time to ask. Not saying you were, I'm just saying like it's a waste of time to ask any type of personal questions over the phone when you really have to ask them face to face to see how they handle the question. Because I feel like most time, I ain't gonna lie, it's a lot of people in 2026. Hey, ever since AI, the meta AI has been out, people have been, I don't know, a lot of people are into that now. A lot of people are into a lot of guys like like D, and it's a lot of shit. It's a lot of men out there that's really into that. It's the craziest part is that now it ain't people they ain't even out here trying to hide it no more. It ain't the whole download situation is over with. Folks is just out here just showing it now. Ain't no freaking shame. They literally, she said dude was cooking for dude like it was like he was cooking for his girlfriend. And then when dude didn't eat the freaking steaks that he cooked, he was pissed. And the way he came home was like the way she said that he came back was like if he was cooking for a girl and she turned it down or something. Like he was just like, oh man, I cooked this for nothing, and damn it, he was in his feelings and shit. So they let you know that it was it could possibly have been a intimate moments or something involved. But that's crazy. Like, but you know what? And I say that like anybody that's probably that way that's watching this. I mean, if that's your thing, that's your thing. That's not everybody. And that's another thing I always say is like you can't get mad because other people are not into what you're into. We all have different interests. So it's like some people it's one thing to get offended, but it's another thing to expect somebody else to be like cool with what you're into, because that ain't right. Like some people, and that's another thing I hate is that people get mad because you're not into what they want. It's like, oh, that's you. See, it's separate. That's you. You into that stuff. I'm not into that stuff. See? So it's like it's cool with two people having different interests, but you can't get mad at because a person won't accept something that you like to do. See that? And I say that because it's like we all entitled to our own opinion, what we feel. Some people eat jello and some people eat jello pudding. It's like you think if a person don't want it, if they do not eat, because people be thinking if you try it, they think you gonna like it. And it's like, nah, bro. And that's another thing what I want to mention is like, don't try nothing, fam, that you not interested in, bro. Because those people that try stuff, it's like they're looking for an excuse, see, because they actually want to do it. It's like nobody can't make you do something you don't want to do. Like that's like telling somebody jump off a bridge. Man, jump off the bridge. Just try it, man. You ain't gonna die, man. Just jump off the bridge, man. The water's gonna catch you, and they really trying to get you to do it. It's like you know you got to look at this whole situation. Like, bro, how are you gonna be after the fact? Will you survive it? How you gonna how you gotta you see why am I saying all this in the first place? Because people they don't really okay, they don't really take into account like their mood, their as life goes on, they don't think about the future. They don't think about see, I'm moon in Aquarius, so I always think long term. I always think further out, not just, what's presently going on. I think about the future. And it's like when you do something and you regret it, that shit follows you into the future. You see, it gets in the way. That whole thought and the whole mere fact of you, you know, doing something that you became shameful about that you can't, seem to shake it. So that's why I say like you don't want to do so. You don't want to try things that you probably necessarily don't really know what you're getting yourself into. And, forget about research. You just got to know certain things you just ain't going to do in life. Like me, I ain't never done no threesome. Then I don't have no freaking interest in it because, like I say, it's too much. You got two. There's too many people, bro. You got two people, and then like, it's just too much, bro. It's like, you know, stuff that you had to talk about it. But I've never been the type of person to just try stuff anyway, because I always feel like you're not gonna have the same experiences of somebody else. You might think that, and you could be totally wrong, thinking that, oh yeah, it's just gonna be this way, and then you try it, and you like, yo, I wish I never done that. See, but to each his own. It's just like those, there's people out there that um they like groceries, okay? Meaning, I'm not talking about the groceries from the store. I'm talking about the groceries that's in the bottom of the cart, grocery cart, okay? And they go for it. They want to try that. And it's like, no. Like, could you imagine yourself trying something? Like, I'm going to tell you this. When you put it like this, would you try groceries after and knowing that you want to eat things like greens, macaroni and cheese, uh, basically what you're using? How can you enjoy your food after knowing you've been doing that? That's where my thinking goes. Like, I don't I can't do something that I have to use them same lips to eat, good food on Thanksgiving, but then realize that you done been in somebody's trunk. It's like, bro, no, no, cause that you gotta know that your mind is strong and powerful, that your mind does not let go of memories easily, especially bad ones. See, and yeah, you could be just eating some, about to eat some dessert, and now you got to be like, damn, them the same lips that was inside a old girl's trunk. See that? That you just realize like I can't do it, bro. But anyway, let me see. Definitely Misty said we could read them better face to face. Facts. Um, Dorothy said, why is it easier for a man to be emotional with another man? Um, I would think if they sleeping together, I think that's the reason why. That's the only reason why. Because I'm gonna tell you, like, even with the whole Diddy situation, it's a reason why people want to do that. See, in the first place, because when people, okay, how can I say it? It's like it's like some type of power, some type of hidden power that they get off of that. So it's like if somebody was to do what Diddy was doing, that is like the number one thing of the highest form of control. See, is actually through doing those type of deeds. See, getting on all fours, and a lot of times how people they get that control over that person's life because of the whole you did this. See, and it's almost like they took a piece of you. They took a piece of your dignity. It robbed you of so many different things that make you a man. That to the point where it's almost like a person would cry just knowing that somebody didn't been in a trunk, to where it's like it takes a piece of their manhood to the point where now they feel like they're stuck to this person. See that? So I feel like that's what makes that a man emotional with another man, is because they done been, there go that damn cat again. The same damn cat. Why does this cat keep coming around me, man? Look at that shit. I can't see if I cannot zoom in. It's the same damn cat, bro. Every time I'm sitting here at around the same time, this cat is like literally walking over here. I don't know where he just dipped off to, but yeah, man. Yeah, he went all the way down there. But yeah, let me see. So Missy said facts just like what we like. Yep. See, Prince said hope everybody in the group secure for sure. So yeah, basically what I was talking about is when a Pisces in like an argument, okay, you wonder why a Pisces oftentimes laughs, okay? They laugh whenever there's arguing going on. People become confused, like, why is the Pisces laughing? Or simply a Pisces can say one thing that ends the argument, keeps the argument from even surfacing. And that's I've heard a lot of times where Pisces, like for instance, a Pisces woman will be like, you know, I ain't gonna sit here and argue with you about it. See, cut you off right off the bat, letting you know where they stand. Cause it's like see, Pisces can is like a psychiatrist in so many different ways, because they can really see what what you're trying to do as you do it. So if you try to like start an argument with a Pisces, they already know why you're doing it. And that's why you get either, laughs, they start to, you know, it's like they become tickled by what you're doing, because the Pisces is like, wait a minute, I knew this was gonna happen, or oh, you would try to start an argument after the fact, or oh, this is your way of getting back, or you're trying to get a reaction, or a Pisces already knows why you're arguing or trying to even fight with them. See, to where they just start to laugh about the whole situation, but it's because of a overwhelming of um overloaded emotions, to where sometimes you just be like, you might think the Pisces just not taking you serious, but it's because they already knew you were gonna do that. And it's kind of just, they're just baffled about the whole mere fact, like, wow. Cause you understand, like, you can't win, you can't win an argument with a Pisces, bro. You just can't. Cause it's like a Pisces is not gonna let you get the satisfaction of doing so. But it's like, now Pisces will talk to you about the situation, but arguing, no. They could really shut down. You really could start to look stupid by sitting there arguing with somebody that's not even like, that is not going to take your side, and they don't really agree with what you're saying. But it's like people still do it, thinking they have a chance. Let me see. Misty said that's good. Cats protect you. Yeah, that cat just came out of nowhere. I ain't even see him coming, but I see him every time I'm here around this time. That same, I think it's like a ginger, kind of look like what's that one cat's name? The one with the yeah, Garfield. Kind of look like Garfield in a way. But yeah, see, Prince said I thought it was because they think slow. It's a fish. No, I mean, wait, you talking about as far as the whole emotional thing? But it's like, yeah, I mean, a Pisces is, how can I say it? A Pisces is interesting, but it's like, okay, so I was cool with a Pisces, and then he just disappeared. So I just was like, man, I just left it alone, man. Already knowing, like, somewhere, somehow, his okay, his girlfriend's a Scorpio, and then I ain't gonna lie, I tried to talk to her, right? And basically, we was basically talking over the phone for a little while, and then it was like, I just boldly just came out of nowhere with the whole, um, let me smash type shit. And then she just shut it. She was like, nah. She shut it down, hung up on me. And then it was just like, she went back and told the Pisces dude, like, yo, your homie tried to talk to me, whoop-de-woo. And then he brought it to my attention, like, yo, did you try to talk to my girl and shit? And I was like, nah. And then he was like, man, just keep it a buck. Why would I keep it a buck with you, and you ain't kept a buck? You ain't kept it a buck with me. I hate that. Like, people be wanting you to be truthful when they are not truthful to you. Like, how you gonna hold me accountable when you ain't been accountable for nothing? See? So that's why I say you don't owe people the truth when they haven't given you the truth in return. See? Like, why would I be the only one to be honest and you clearly lied to me several times? And hell, now you want me to be truthful because you can't handle the whole mere fact that, oh, were you trying to talk to my girl? Like, whatever, bro. So I said no. Now it's funny that he just totally just disappeared. Cause his Scorpio girlfriend told him, if you she was like, she doesn't forgive. She was like, as we all know it. She said, oh, I'm not forgiving him. Well, I never said I was sorry. What am I sorry for saying that, oh, you should let me smash tonight? That's all I said. Said, oh, did you know I talked to your friend? That's not my friend though. He's an associate. He's not my friend. That's just somebody I talk, like, I'm cool with him, but that ain't my friend. Like, we like, you know, dogs or with the hot dogs. No, hell no. But it's like, to me, she trying to make it seem like I'm being disloyal, but I'm like, bro, loyal to what? But I ain't gonna lie. I felt like it was because this is why I said, bro, people have the facade, bro. Like, so she was telling me that she was gonna possibly break up with him anyway, right? After hearing all that, that's what made me say, well, hell, damn, you finna split up with dude anyway. So why as well let me smash it. And then she like, nah. Then you gonna go tell him, and make it seem like I'm the bad guy when you clearly said yourself that you didn't want to be with him anymore. Now, carrying on. After she said no, I dropped it because that's all I wanted. See? So after hearing no, I said, okay, cool. I'm done. No more taking on over the phone and none of that, because that was the whole strategy. I ain't finna sit here and fake it and make it seem like, oh, I wanted to just be friends, because no, I don't. So I dropped it. Funny thing is, as the fish, he disappeared. So I said, well, damn, he disappeared, but without closure. Now, here's the funny part. I didn't call and say, yo, man, you didn't disappeared. I didn't do none of that. I just let it go. Because you gotta understand, like, people, and he did tell me, he said, yo, she broke up with him because of me. So I'm like, I don't believe that. Nope. You know, that's the whole guilt trip situation. Like, oh, you're just trying to make me feel like I didn't messed up something for you. Like I owe you one. Like I owe you. To me, it was just like I felt it was manipulation, emotional manipulation. So I was like, nah, I ain't falling for it. But some people only come around because they want to show their girl off. But then when you not supposed to do that, bro. You showing her off. What are you showing her off for? You showing her off like she can't get took or something, bro. Come on. And that's what I felt like he was doing. Like he was only trying to show her off. And then it was like, okay, you showing her off. Then I ended up getting her number. And then that was the facade she put up, only for me to draw the illusion. Now I ended up finding out she really did break up with him, but then she just tried to throw it off on me like it's my fault. Like, oh, because you still hanging around, oh boy, oh, we done. Like, and she was married to him. To make it even worse, she was married to him. She literally broke up with him and said it was because of me. Bro, no, it's not because of me, bro. That's manipulation. She wants you to take the focus off of her and what her shiesty ass did and blame it all on me. See, I ain't even hit though. That's the funny part. I was just talking to her over the phone. But because I threw that one little, because you gotta understand, here's the thing. If you put it like this, if you talking to somebody, how do you know if it's real? This goes back to what we talked about at the beginning of the live. You go on a date for what? See, that's a facade to think that, oh, y'all together just because y'all go out for a few dates. But then it's like, soon as we was talking, once I was basically like, yo, let me hit tonight, that whole facade ended up crack. The illusion ended up outweighing the facade. Cause it's like, well, hey, if we really gonna mess around, well, let's do it then. We've been talking over the phone all this time, and whoop-de-woo, you already done said and confirmed you don't want to be with him no more. And talking about how you don't like this and you don't like that, and whoop-de-woo-de-woo. And now when you hold somebody to what? You hold them to the truth, they end up what? Oh, no, 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 I'm not doing that. Then what you doing then? We ain't finna be on the phone lollygagging anymore. So if somebody takes something away that you want and make it unfair, then you have to take away something they want. So we even. See? You can't just talk to me over the phone like you thought you could, because you didn't want to give up no goods. So I can't let this fanny pack get in the way, so I'm gonna have to take it off. You know what? I'm not funny. I don't even know why I said that, y'all. I shouldn't even have said fanny pack. I guess it's that time of the night. Sometimes you just gotta, pull it out any way you can, and you just visualize things. But even then, it all doesn't always make sense. But tough crowd though. Yeah. So yeah. Prince said like a Sagittarius. Yeah, I mean Sag is how can I say it with Sag? Sagittarius is a little different, but it's like it's hard to tell whether or not they're serious or not. as far as the situation. But yeah, they could definitely take off and leave. Yep, just as well as a Pisces in a situation. If you was friends with them, they can just literally drop from the face of the earth and just take off. Boom. But that's why I said with me, I just let it. Sometimes you gotta know when to let go of things to not uh like sometimes you could be shocked that it ended, but then smile the fact that it happened. It's like cool, cool. But you gotta understand, like if somebody leave from your friend circle, let them go. Be grateful and happy that they even left. Cause guess what? I'm not finna chase you. I'm not finna question you. I'm not finna try to find out what, when, where, how, why. I'm like, cool. Sayonara. Hey, close the gate. Lock it. Move on. See? Because that's the thing. Like everybody tends to have an agenda. People tend to have a reason why they were even around in the first place. See? And I know as soon as that girl wasn't in his corner anymore, oh, now you done took off because you're trying to show her off. See? And I hate that because it's like I wouldn't do that. I don't even want to even bring my. The funny thing is, if I'm really into the woman, I'm not bringing her around my friends and shit. Hell no. Mm-mm. I ain't that stupid. And then another thing is, I remember when we used to drive, when we used to go places, his girlfriend would want to sit in the front. And one time I sat in the front, and then he was like, "Hey man, my girl, she got to get in the front seat, bro. Passenger princess." I'm like, bro, I ain't with all these little games, bro. Like, bro, y'all rolling. I don't like. See, that's what I'm saying. Some people they just like let the girl control them in such a way. Like, bro, we is not doing this control shit, bro. I'm sitting in the front. She could sit on my lap. Hey, I mean, shit, I'm not finna be getting up. I'm a grown ass man. I'm not finna sit in the front and then, oh yeah, my girl. Yeah, that's my girl. Yes, it's my wife. Yeah, she gotta sit up front. Bro, if you don't stop that shit, bro, that's what makes people, it ain't no way like a person can respect you because you didn't getting up out the seat for her to sit up front, bro. But that's how some people feel like when they have girlfriends or wives, they feel like, oh, they want to show the chivalrous side of them to where, the woman wants to hold hands and then, oh, let me hold your hand, sweetie, and then they all out opening the doors and it's like, bro, what's crazy? That's an illusion because bro, are you really holding her hand because you want to hold her hand, bro? Or are you holding her hand because you're afraid of losing her, bro? Like, just because you don't want to. Like, bro, and then you get the getting down on one knee and honey and baby and, let me rub your feet. And, bro, you, you listen, not why I say it's an illusion, bro, because is that going to get you some is that gonna get you some wetter situation? Is that gonna give you some more action? No. What are you doing it for? You think she gonna like you? You think she gonna like you even more? That don't even make sense. You doing it for brownie points, and that it ain't even brownies out. It's like you just doing something extra just because you just trying to make her do something that's not even realistic, bro. So that's why I say like it's okay to hold hands, but make sure you actually want to do that. Not because you're trying to make her like you even more. That's weird, right? Okay, let me see. What's dorky? Prince, you said Prince, since he Prince cash you out, said dorky, what's dorky? That sound like somebody's name, bro. But yeah, um, so the arguments, like I say, they get out of hand, man, because people don't know how to people don't understand the difference between an argument and then a whole mere fact of you know it's like when to argue and when not to argue, if that makes sense. Now Another thing I wanted to talk about is Pisces. What's your biggest turnoff? In the chat, let me know what's your biggest turnoff. Like, what's something that just turn you off? If it's hot breath, stinking feet. And that's another thing the Aries said to me. She said, "Oh, if you come over my house," she said, she said, "if I can smell your feet," and she said your breath is like literally off the chain. She said, "Oh, I can't talk to you." I'm like, bro. But I said that goes both ways though. Your feet better not stink, or I'm done, or that. See, so it's like I had to mirror her energy because it's like the thing. I feel like the number one big thing for that pisses us Pisces off the most is being inconsistent. That's probably the biggest thing because like if you do one thing one day, be consistent. If you make breakfast in the morning, don't just do it one time. Damn, you cook breakfast and then all of a sudden nothing the whole rest of the week. Like what's going on? And I hate that, bro, because that shit be like people be trying to impress you, but they ain't really like that. Um, Another thing is liars, like people that just lie and they lie about dumb shit. Like, bro, did you brush your teeth this morning? Yes, I did. I take a bath every day. No, you don't. You took a bath today and now you're just stink. Now you stink. See, it's like people literally lie that quick and it's annoying, bro. Like you really think I'm falling for your lies and I know you're lying, bro. Um, I hate when people can't communicate. That's another thing. So it feel like you're talking to a brick wall and you absolutely get no feedback. It's like, okay, what you think about that? Oh, they have nothing to say. It's like, what are you even sitting here in the car listening to me talk for? And it's like you don't even got anything to say to add to it. It's like this is not a conversation, bro. See, um, like I say, that's just something that grinds my gears. I don't know about y'all. Let me see. Dorothy Radford said the way some people chew their food. Oh yeah. That's a different. That's man. I ain't gonna lie. That's the one right there. And I feel like who does that the most is Taurus. Taurus, when they eat, they smack. It's like it's like them being a damn bull at the damn table. They smack. They they do a whole lot of like you could really see them like chomping down, not closing their mouth when they eating. And then it's like they just burp, do all kind of stuff to where it's just like, bro. And they actually they're the most loudest when it comes to expression. See, like Charleston White, he does weird stuff where he's funny because he's annoying at the same time. So it's like every time he gets a chance to speak, he just loud. The stuff that he says is like, real crazy, disrespectful type stuff that he gets a lot of attention for. He gets a lot of attention for at the same time. Um, Comprehension is another one. Um, I had people like use big words and they actually mess up the whole damn thing. It's like they think they're being smart, but they really not not making sense. I was always taught in school to not use a big word, especially thinking that it sounds good. If you don't really know the meaning of it or how it's supposed to be said, don't even use it. So and that was another thing my teacher told me in college was like, if you don't really know what the big word means or you don't really know how to properly say it, don't say it. It's better to just carry on or just, even not to keep saying like why you speaking because it kind of looks like you're not really sure what you want to say, so don't say it. Another thing is when people feel like they gotta lie to kick it. It's like you say something and then it's always like, oh, because I say this, that's how you know you're among a manipulator when somebody keeps agreeing with everything that you say, or they never have an opinion, they never have their own way to something you say. It's like if they just always agree with you and what you got going on, they could be possibly a manipulator. See, that's what manipulation does. They try to make it seem like you're so good at what you do, oh yeah, nothing like you always the one. They always have the catchphrases or whatnot to basically stroke your ego to keep you close. See, and that's how they manipulate you. Um, Another thing is let me see. Now, I don't mean to offend anyone when I say this, because I know it's a lot of y'all that actually do this, but I ain't gonna lie, it is something that is a turnoff for me. Is weaves and fake hair. I can't stress this enough. Like, I would rather you wear your natural hair. I would rather you just, if you have no hair, just wear no hair. Don't the weaves is just do is too much, bro. Like, some women, they have the blue, the red, the yellow, and it's like, I don't know where they're buying these, but it's like the weave is like, it's oh, for instance, I remember I remember going out on a date and the woman had a wig, okay, and I seen the little part. There's like the little part in the middle of of the wig thingy, and then like she was just talking and she kept doing this and doing that, and then I just had asked. I said, "Yo, is that your real hair?" And she said, "What you think?" I said, "You playing with it like it's yours," and then it's like I want to just make sure because I'm getting the image and I'm trying to see whether or not I'm attracted, but I want to make sure it's the real deal. Like, and then next thing you know, she told me, like, she's just embarrassed. And then I was like, no, I don't look like it's yours. Then she ended up saying, well, no, it's then why you asked that? Because she was triggered by the whole mere fact that I noticed. But it's like, why you even wear that shit? Because people know if it don't look right. See, there's a difference. Buy a wig that actually make it look real. Like, for where somebody don't notice or they can't even ask you something like that because it looks real. But it's like if you wearing it and it don't look right, what's crazy? Like, it looked like the way she wore the wig, it looked like I could literally just grab it and snatch it off. That's how tacky it looked. And then it's like the ones that are like the sew in. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I watched a woman wear a weave at a grocery store, and she was all confident with that wig. Like, she was, the way she was wearing it was like she was just kind of strutting her stuff, like. I'm like, why do people? It's funny how I ain't trying to talk about women in such a way, but I feel like they get like a little ego boost when they have on certain things like nails. They kind of act like they, kind of act like they're more than what they are, if that makes sense. It's like, but even without the fake hair and whatnot, do you really still have that same vibe? No. And I find that some women are mean as hell when they don't have their nails done or they don't have, the hair. They're mean, like bitch type mean, to where seen a rude female, and I had it. When I see rude females, I be thinking that they don't wash up, bro. Because to me, if you're that damn angry, ain't no way. Um. So anyway, how do y'all feel about that? Let me see. Prince said to a Gemini, "Yeah, damn sure with the Gemini. Don't let me get started on Gemini." Um. Okay, Prince Cash you out said, "Why can't Scorpios and Leos get along?" Um, that's a good question, bro. But I'm gonna tell you, it's because they too much alike. Because here's the thing: Leos are how can I say it? Leos like to shine. This is the best way to say it. Leos like to shine. Leos are creative. Like I say, they feel from the heart. They're the heart of the zodiac. And when you look at Scorpio, Scorpio's all about transformation. Likes to likes control, which is considered power. And basically, when Leos start to shine, like I say, they usually are their expression is different, more they come off more confident, people are drawn to them and whatnot. But the problem is when Scorpio has the same pull, because they have that magnetic energy and it pulls people in because of its intensity, which oftentimes they could get like it's like a who shines more in such a way. So they end up getting into it. And see, what they really need to learn is that we both shining. Like we both have our own uniqueness and our own pull, but sometimes they end up comparing themselves to one another. So the competition is what keep them fighting, keep them bickering, keep them into it. See? And the thing about it is Scorpio is reactive. See, Scorpio is fixed water. So Scorpio like to get to the bottom of things in order to reveal the real you, like the real you, meaning through exposure. See, and that put it like this: if it's related to a secret, you best know that a Scorpio gonna get down to it and find out what was really going on, even regarding your secrets that you have for yourself. Now, Leo, on the other hand, looks at themselves as being the king or the queen of the jungle. They see a Scorpio getting just as much as attention as them, if not more. They don't like it. See? Because sometimes a Leo can break up with you just because you get more attention than them. I'm telling you, bro, like if you may think that a person would like that, but nah, some Leos are very egotistical, where to the point where they feel like, oh, I'm the popular one. I'm the one everybody wants to be around. But if you got your own emotions, sometimes if you're dealing with an unhealed Leo, whether it be a woman or man, they can get like that. See? Because a lot of times they want you to follow them, follow their lead. A Scorpio ain't gonna go for that. Now, let me see. Okay, so another thing that's a turn off is like bad representation of oneself, to another. It's just the way a person comes across, being indecisive, being superficial, women and men that have huge egos, thieves, being inconsistent. Okay, so like I say, fake people and people with nasty attitudes is probably like that's a huge one as well. Okay, let me see. Juniper C said, what about Aquarius? Just Aquarius or Aquarius with a particular sign? And then see, Cassandra said, because Scorpios can see through the BS. Yes, definitely. Scorpios can see through the BS and they know exactly what people's secrets are, if that makes sense. So you gotta understand, like Scorpio does a lot of digging. And if they feel like something about you is off regarding you, whether you're hiding something from the world or something you don't want someone to find out about it, Scorpio will find out about it. Because Scorpio is confrontational. Like Scorpio will literally, like let's say you feel something going on, right? Let's say you're a Pisces and you feel like somebody don't like you, right? Scorpio will literally say to a Pisces, let's go talk to the person. And a Pisces be like, whoa, 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 I don't want the confrontation. Hey man, I don't want to start nothing. And Scorpio's like, nah, F that. We going to talk to that person. We gonna find out right now. And then all of a sudden, a Scorpio will literally go with the Pisces to go talk to the person that the Pisces feels that doesn't like them or has an issue. And Scorpio will be like, yo, Muddy, yo, bro, you got an issue with my homie? My homie said you ain't been talking, you ain't been acting right or whatever, whoop de woo. And then why does you wonder why? See, that's Pluto. Pluto destroys. See, Pluto ain't nothing to play with. That planet is all about destruction, bro. And Mars is all about that's about going at it like a fighting a war. And see, when a when a Scorpio go into that situation, while they're sitting, while they're just in front of the person and they're coming off very intense, and they're like, yo, you talking about, hey, you got a problem with my bro and whoop-de-woo, and he already on to y'all and whatever. If y'all don't really want him around, just say that shit. Like, it's like they come with that to where next you know, a person ends up breaking. They'll really spit out the whole truth, like, y'all, I don't F with him, cause yeah. But that mask comes off. And that's what Scorpio's here for, is that the real, like the so let's say the Pisces, because I'm gonna tell you like this. The Pisces will feel it, okay? The Pisces is the one that feels it, feels a person acting funny, right? And it's like before the mask comes off, if that makes sense. Scorpio is the one that actually snatches off that mask. See? So it's like even if a person is literally like they don't like the Pisces and their actions is showing it, a Pisces will feel it intuitively. They'll be like, man, I don't, because you know why? A Pisces feels the energy shift. As soon as you switch up, a Pisces gonna feel it. A Pisces like, damn, you was all cool and smiling and go lucky or whatnot. Now you ain't saying nothing to me. So now I feel like you got something against me. The problem is the Pisces could be absolutely correct. Problem is if you don't if you do not approach that person, you know, according to how you feel, whatever you're feeling, to know that it's there. That's when if hey, you got a Scorpio friend, they'll do it for you, where they'll go with you and say, yo, let's go talk to him. And then I'm telling you, that mask gonna come off to where that person ain't gonna be able to hold back because of that approach the Scorpio brings. In that intensity, it's like magnetic, where it snatch the mask off. And the person is like, yo, next thing you know, they telling on themselves, and they basically saying how they really feel because of the Scorpio. The Scorpio caused that to happen. See, what I'm gonna tell you why a Scorpio triggers a person in such a way that brings the truth below the surface out, to where it's triggering for a Scorpio to get in your face and be like, yo, you got an issue with, and they might not even be disrespectful about it. They might just be clearly asking, like, yo, you got a problem with my bro? Like, okay, what did he do to you? Whatever. Why y'all acting funny? Why y'all not talking to you? Okay, y'all clearly don't F with him. So why y'all being fake about it? Well, that's how a Scorpio will come at a person, to where it's like they get all in your face. They're gonna force you to show whether or not you really cool with this person or not. To the point where you can't lie about it. See? Now let me see. Scorpio usually the boss at work. They hate not being in control or told what to do. Yes, it's difficult to control a Scorpio. And like I say, the only sign that a Scorpio can't manipulate is Pisces. Pisces is the only water sign, and the only sign that can actually trigger a Scorpio. Like, everybody else could do something to a Scorpio and they won't get a reaction. Like, it won't be a reaction. But if a Pisces does something to a Scorpio, they would be the first ones to piss a Scorpio off, if that makes sense. See, it could go from you not answering your phone right away. It could go from you doing something that the Scorpio didn't think you would do. Because if you catch a Scorpio off guard, they'll try to act like, oh, unbothered, but then they'll be furious about, like, oh, you did something that they didn't expect you to do. See, and then a Scorpio start thinking hiding stuff, like, oh, like you're not the person that that they've met. You're not the person that they thought they knew or whatnot. Because Scorpios, that's what I'm saying. They like to be sure. They like to manage their social circle, and if they feel like, oh, you basically behaving in such a way that they didn't get, that they haven't met yet, a side of you, oh hell yeah, they gonna try to, you're gonna probe and get in your face and be like, yo, why you acting like that? Like, why you acting different? Whoop de woo, to get control of whatever's going on with you, or the situation again. Um, Let me see. Okay, so Prince Cashew, I said I'll pay if I'm looking for a psychic. Yeah, definitely. I give, like I say, I give intuitive insights for the most part. I'm pretty accurate. But I like I say, I don't use tarot cards or whatnot. So I go strictly off my intuition. But it's on fire though, because man, like I can't even, man, listen, it's just crazy. Like sometimes I surprise myself, if that makes sense. Like the what stuff that I be knowing. So I pretty much is like I seldomly miss, if that makes sense. Um, Let me see. Oh, okay, you say your Mars is in Scorpio, Cassandra. Damn, so let me guess, you you probably be let me would you say that you someone that's confrontational? You said at first I thought you said you was in corrections. I'm like, whoa, you working in jail? Okay, so Misty said facts, they do put the work. And are very smart. Said Pisces moon here. Oh yeah, yeah, definitely. So that mean if you got the you Pisces sun and you got Pisces moon, so that you what double psychic in such a way. Um, Let me see. Prince said talk so much to typically get whooped. Damn. You talking about the Scorpio? And Prince said they be thinking that they can see everything except their own stuff, of course. Damn. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Scorpio is so I'll say this. Like I had a situation just happen like 3 days ago. The Scorpio that scammed me, um, it was like a month ago. He scammed me out of the money that I put towards something and had the nerve to bumped into him. I bumped into him again, and then he had the nerve to try to get some more money. I said, nah, bro. But I had to do it in such a way because he kept pushing. I said, nah, bro, I ain't got it, bro. I don't got it right now, bro. And he finally backed off, but then he went MIA. So it's kind of like when I told him no, he kept saying, F, just cussing and stuff. And then he was like, F, damn, like doing that kind of stuff. Like, man, can I hold 40? I'm like, nah, bro. Like in my mind, I'm like, bro, have you forgot that you scammed me a month ago? What do you think this is, bro? But see, people might say, well, damn, you still talking to him. No, it's not even that. The whole thing is I refuse to be what is the word I'm looking for? See, sometimes like some people they hold a grudge and it's almost like I don't hold grudges. So it's like some people feel like, oh, I'm mad at you because you scam me. I'd be like, no, I'm not mad at you because I don't have anything to do with your karma. See? So I know karma gonna come back and get you at some point, but am I finna walk around being heartbroken because you scam me? Like, no. I'll still chop it up with you. I ain't gonna hang with you though, but I still chop it up with you. I still talk to you, but just know you can never pull that same move on me again. See that? That's the difference. And I feel like he felt that when I said no. It's like, oh man, can I get $40? And I said no. See, that made him feel what he did to me a month ago. It made him see that whole situation again. Like it's like I brought it back to his mental. Like, yeah, nope, I don't do no money lend it out. But I was really directing it just to him that yeah, you will no longer get another dime, my friend. See? So it's like, yeah, I'll talk to you and do these other things. But I think that's what people misunderstand about Pisces is that they think they got us again when we start talking to them again. They think, oh, they finna run that shit back. And they realize that, oh, damn, he's just being, friendly, but he's not falling for the shit like that I thought he was gonna fall for because he was talking to me. See that? It's like, oh, you thought because I didn't give you the impression that I was angry or mad or anything. You thought that, hey, I need a friend or something. Maybe you thought you were doing me a favor, but really, you thought you were just being nice to me to get that $40. When I said no, it ended up bringing that reality of, oh, you scammed me. Oh, this is why I ain't getting nothing else from him. So I felt like he felt that shit. That's why his ass, that's why he fell back to where he got quiet. See, and usually that silence of what you feel, you might think a person is ignoring you, but really they're guilty. See, it's like they don't want to face that whole guilt of continuing to talk to you, knowing that they're not getting what they want from you. If that makes sense. So that's why I always say Pisces is not weak as people make it seem. Like people think Pisces are super weak with no backbone, and it's like a Pisces literally once they show those clear boundaries, it's almost like they know exactly where to set them. See, when they set them, because a Pisces, if they love you and they really rock with you, that would be the lesson for the Pisces is to be careful. Like, don't dissolve all boundaries because you love that person, because you're gonna get yourself hurt. See, so it's like you gotta set boundaries and set limits, even if you love the person. You gotta keep your life and everything that has everything to do with you separate from that other person, so that you don't absorb their emotions and live through their emotions and moods, because you don't want to end up getting hurt. That shows you that means you have dissolved all boundaries between yourself and the other person. See, to even to take them as close as you did, see, because you gotta separate it. It's kind of like giving a person a hug without becoming attached to their emotions, if that makes sense. Let me see. Cassandra said, wait, Missy said I give Pisces number one spot and then Scorpio two. I do really like them overall. Oh, okay. And I ain't gonna lie, that's the thing with me. And I did ask myself, I said, yo, why do I keep running into this Scorpio? Every time, bro. It's like, bro, I keep running in every time. It's like we cool, then we not cool, then we cool, then we not cool. This is a back and forth to where it's like, I think what it is like I feel comfortable, but at the same time, I'm not comfortable, if that makes sense. It's like I'm comfortable enough to like, hang, but I'm not comfortable when he start asking for stuff. That it's like as soon as he start asking for stuff, I get the impression like, oh, this is a manipulation scheme again. Like, bro, I can't do it, bro. Because it's like he scammed me, he got me good with the scam that he pulled the first time that I didn't see it coming, because I thought that I was gonna receive the items, but I didn't. So um it was like I really wanted the items. And that's why I fell for it, because I really thought that he had a plug, but he didn't. So when he asked when so the money that I had sent, I'm thinking like I'm gonna get the product. And then he basically hyping it up, telling me the dude waiting on the money and all this bull crap. And then I send the money through the Cash App. I sent it to him, and then I'm still waiting. Then something just clicked like, bro, you're gonna be waiting for you're gonna be waiting until you fucking 80 years old and plus some. He not giving you that stuff that you pay for, bro. He scams you, bro. And that's why I learned, like, bro, you just gotta accept the loss for a loss, bro. It ain't no point of you staying mad and trying to get revenge and all that. It ain't worth it, bro. I just was like, whatever. But this is what I told him. Now wait a minute. I told him this. I said, yo, bro, I said, it's probably in your best interest just to give me my money back, bro. I said, otherwise, this situation ain't gonna be good in the end for you, bro. And he was like, what that's supposed to mean? I said, bro, just do the right thing, bro. I'm just asking you, just give me my money back, bro. I gave you over like $1,500. Like, bro, just give me my money back. He like, nah, bro, I ain't. He talking about some man. This what he kept telling me, and I'm like, bro. He kept saying, he said, man, your stuff coming, bro. He keeps saying this damn lie to me, like, your stuff coming, bro. It ain't got nothing to do with me. It's the warehouse and all this bull crap. I said, bro. I said, man, I know you scammed me, bro. I said, just be honest, bro. I'm not gonna be mad, bro. I said, I care more about your karma than this whole little situation with this chain. Don't let that 1,500, bro, cost you your life, bro. I just said, bro, just give me the 1,500 back, bro. And just make this situation right again, bro. I said, cause bro, right now you ain't getting another dime from me, bro. I hope you know that. You ain't getting another dime. No bus fare, no help, no nothing from me. None. Right? Noodles, no packet, right? So I told him it's either that or karma. When it come, it's gonna smack, it's gonna put belt to ass on you. I just said, hey, it is what, hey, your karma gonna be worse than that 1,500 for me not getting it back. And he's just like, well, I'ma just, man, look, man. He was like, bro, they told me that they gave me the date and they haven't sent it yet. Okay. All right. I know, and I just had this in my mind. I'm like, bro, that's the same thing karma gonna say. Hey, see, karma, it's like this, man. It's like a debt that you can't, it's like the debt that you pay that you don't know when it's coming, if that makes sense. See, it's like, damn, karma, I'm gonna get karma for this, but I don't know when it's coming. It's just gonna deliver a package, and you're gonna open that mug up, and it's gonna be something you wasn't expecting, bro. And that's what I told him. I said, yo, I didn't get my package, so when your package come, just know it's from me. See that? Hey, I said, just like I told the other Scorpio, I said, when you get your karma, you gonna see a vision of me. See? Because you didn't give me that 1,500 back. So I said, hey man, when you the other Scorpio, I told him, I said, yo, you got me fired from this job. I ain't did nothing to you. Your karma come back. You gonna know it's what it's for, what it's from. See? And that's like, that's why I said I'm not gonna be bitter. But I learned a lesson, like, bro, you gotta be careful, bro. Don't like with these signs and stuff, bro, you gotta take it with a grain of salt for one. And then you gotta make sure, like, don't just cause it say you compatible, bro. Don't be thinking like, oh man, I'm compatible. Ain't nothing bad gonna happen though, cause that's bullshit, bro. Like, you gotta take it with a tool. Like you resonate with it until it doesn't apply. Like to the point where, say we compatible, but I'm still, I'm still on watch. See, until it ain't, you can't get too comfortable, in other words, what I'm saying. Like you can't just be like, oh, but we a match, and then all of a sudden that person scam you. Then it's like, wait a minute, something's wrong. See, so that's why I say you want to take the whole zodiac thing, use it as a tool, because even certain tools are meant for certain things, but they don't always get the shit off. It's like that's what we call, stripping something. So it's like, even if you use the right tool, it might not always work. If that makes sense. But it works when it works, if that makes sense. Now, Cassandra said I just did, and the gentleman exposed how he don't like Scorpios. This ain't checkers. This is chess. Um, yeah, that's the thing. Like, it is definitely a chess match. But with Scorpio, the best way to win is to heal. If that makes sense. Because pain is a weapon that Scorpio uses, and they weaponize pain. That's what they use it as fuel. But if you were to forgive and let it go, you've won. You won the battle. That's the hardest thing for Scorpio, is to let it go. See? And it was like to the point where I mentioned something to him, and I said, you know what? That $1,500 that you didn't give it back to me, I said, I sow it as a seed. I said, maybe you can get your kids formula with that for the rest of the next 3 months. And he was like, what? He was like, man, yo, bro, watch your mouth, bro. Watch your mouth. Don't be talking about my kids, bro. I said, bro, I'm not talking about your kids. I know your situation. I said, I know your situation. I know you're not working. I said, yo, that $1,500, That could be for some formula for your kids. It is what it is. Cause I know that's the reason you scam me, because you're not working. See that? You looking out for your kids' sake, and you messing over your friends, or your so-called friends, to the point where you're desperate. So I get it, but you still went about it the wrong way. You see, you just trying to take from people, and then lying, talking about, oh, they said they sent it. Oh, they still waiting. Or, oh, you just gotta wait, bro. You just gotta wait. No, because you got your shit that you ordered, but I ain't get mine. Come on, man. I ain't even. And I told, that's why I say with Scorpio, you gotta be careful, because they can take advantage, bro. Like without no care. You could be their mama, you could be their aunt, you could be their sister, their brother, their best friend, or whoop de woo, their girlfriend. And guess what? They don't owe you integrity, bro. They don't owe you transparency. If they need something from you and they got that need, they gonna break the rules for it. But it's only if you let them. But like I say, sometimes you just can't. You can't see everything in the way that they set it up. See, especially if you trust them, is that trust will blind you from, like, something that they may do, in such a way. Now, Missy said Pisces Sun, Scorpio Moon. I'm very intuitive, and said Salium. You said a Salium, d- descended on both sides, and then you said and born with the course, so in between worlds. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, that's the thing. I didn't know you had a Scorpio moon though. I thought you was a Pisces moon. But yeah, Scorpio moon, yeah, that's definitely ain't no joke. But I notice a lot of Scorpio moons, they do challenge. Like, for instance, I was on a little dating app thing, ran across a Scorpio moon, and I told her, like, when I asked her what her sign was, she got like super, uh, how can I say it? She just got super, I want to say defensive, but she just started to, like, question me with, like, oh, you believe in that stuff? And then she's like, oh, she was like, yeah, by the way, I'm a witch. And then I was like, now here in my mind, it was like, okay. Because the thing about Scorpio, any type of Scorpio placements, is that they try to plant seeds into your brain. I mean, seeds into your mind. Okay. Now, depending on what kind of seeds, it's like, just listen to what she said at first. She said, "Oh, you believe in that stuff, right?" And then her tone didn't change. And then she followed up with, "Oh, by the way, I'm a witch." Now, I know what you thinking. You probably thinking the same thing I'm thinking. She's being sarcastic, right? But you still can't. This is the thing. That's what I thought at first. I'm like, maybe she's just being sarcastic, and then she's just saying, "Oh, I'm a witch," like trying to play along with it. But then I realized something unsettling, that I think she wasn't lying. Like, I knew she probably is. She said it because she really is, but she knew that I wouldn't believe it, if that makes sense. That's why she said, "Oh, you believe in that stuff." It's like a playing with your mind, and it's like a mind game, but really still trying to find out information, just to see how deep within the depths of which you took it. So I played the same mental game back. I said, well, hey, I said, I'm psychic. So she said, oh, well, since you psychic and I'm a witch, then hey, tell me about this. Like, she was trying to test me or whatnot. And then I already knew this is a thing. So she told me she was a witch, I didn't want to talk to her no more, because then she started, like, doing little stuff like, uh, she was like basically telling me, like, she was like, do you know what astrology is? Do you know what that is? Do you know what this is? Do you know? Like, she was just asking me all these questions, like, to where it was like she trying to really gauge or see how much I know. And I'm like, man, this ain't even worth it, bro. Like, I told her I ain't interested in talking to no witch, bro. And then it was just like, um, She was like, "Oh, I didn't mean to offend you." I said, "Oh, you didn't offend me." I said, "Shit, you just threw me off by saying you was a witch." That kind of just stuck into my mental where I was just like, "Yo, no way." But it's funny how with me, I always be getting into it with people like that. Like my enemies be witches, warlocks, people that are in, mediums, and it's crazy. Like I don't get into arguments and fights with just regular people. I get into fights with people that are like in high wicked places. I get into fights with people that are full of demons and shit, like to where that's why I have to bind them, cast them out with these prayers and stuff, because like every time when I'm getting into it with somebody, it's usually because they into the occult. Like one somebody wrote me on Instagram, they wrote me and they tried to get me to join the Illuminati, bro. And I wouldn't do it. So they kept sending me emails. "Oh man, join, join, join. And yeah, we see what you're doing. And you got the channel and whoop de woo. And yeah, sell your soul." Nope. 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 Never would sell my soul. Nope. So it's like, I know that's how I know this stuff is like ain't no joke, because it's like when you talking about zodiac signs, people think you talking about horoscopes. They think you doing tarot and shit. And I'm like, nah, bro, I'm not doing tarot. It's like I talk about it, and yeah, I'm psychic, but I'm not. See, people don't understand that it's a hierarchy. It's different tiers, levels, like of what that consists of. See, and it's like, just think of this. Like me, I have a serious gift. Okay, with that being said, I'm spiritual. See, I believe in God. Put God first. The reason why I know so much about the zodiac is because that's what my gift is. Like I could pick up. Listen, my gift is so strong. I can pick up on somebody that's practicing witchcraft like that. Like to the point where a lady from church actually tried to do voodoo on me. She tried to do root work on me. It didn't work. I saw right through it. Listen, how powerful is that? That I knew that she was a witch, bro. Like she was literally trying to do root work on me, bro. She put hair in my food and everything, and I saw through it, bro. Soon as the food was like, literally, she asked me if I wanted some sloppy joes, and next thing you know, I was like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I would like, how many you want, babe? I said two. She prepared them, and she was a Sag, and the lady was in church, y'all, in church, sat like what two pews behind me. Next thing you know, peeled them buns back, and that hair was right there mixed in with the meat. See? And then I was just like, I told her, I brought it to her attention. I said, "Why you put hair in my food?" "Oh, I ain't put hair in your food." I said, "That's a lot of hair to be in that food. Like you had to purposely put that much hair." It was a handful of hair. It wasn't like just a little string or two. It was a lot, enough to be pulled from a brush. That's how much hair was in that damn food. And I said, "No, I'm not eating this." But in my mind, I was just like, "Why would you put hair in the food?" And then when I did my research, I'm like, "Oh, hell no." See? And I was basically doing research. Had I ingested that, what would have happened? Like according to witches and people that do voodoo, what does that mean? Like what were they trying to accomplish? And that's when I realized, that's how I knew what my purpose was. See? Because think about it. If you listen to someone's backstory, and then you were what, 18 years old, somebody tried to do something to you and you was like fully aware of it, and you didn't even know that person. Then you like, "Yo, how did you know that? How did you know that?" "God showed me." Then as you know, people start, "Wait a minute, really? You were able?" No, man, listen, bro. Soon as the lady was even, listen, now this is crazy. The Sag, once she saw that I knew that hair was in that food, she just looked at completely like, how the did he know? Like, how did he even know that? Like, how he catch me putting, how did he even know I did that? Like, because most people, I put it like this, I knew I wasn't the first one. See? And I'm gonna tell you what really, I'm gonna tell you, ooh, man, bro. I'm gonna tell you the reason why I even got over there. Cause I was lusting. I ain't gonna lie. Man, listen, she was one of them, she was a 10 out of 10, bro. She was a 10 out of 10 in church, bro. And if you in church, you see that one fine ass lady, bro, that you like, yo, man, mine was in the gutter like a mug, bro. Soon as I had, bro, she had, bro, a nice ass body. Man, she had everything a man could want, man. And I literally, once I had that opportunity and I went over there, I'm like, man, she bad. And I had, bro, she was nice and everything, friendly. And that's how I say the devil, see, people don't understand that evil, the most wicked person has lipstick on, bro. Has a perfume that smells so good. Has a manicure, pedicure that you can't take your eyes off of. Man, the way the enemy wrapped that up, bro, it wasn't no way, bro, that she had put that hair in my food, bro. Looking like that, bro. That fucked me up to where I was just took a step back like, I'm like, are you goddamn, are you shitting me? Like, this fine ass lady put this damn hair in my food trying to, man, bro, that shit fucked me up so bad. I started having glimpses of grandma telling me everything that's glitter ain't gold. Cause I was like, whoa. And I met her in church. That wasn't stopping nothing. Bro, man, and that just, man, when I seen that, my awareness went up, bro. Like, you can't trust nobody, bro. You can't trust from somebody being the finest of the fine, even down to the worst of the worst, bro. You can't trust them, bro. Nope. That let me know you can't trust everything you see. Everything that you see is not what it is, bro. See, that was a proven, it was a proven situation that man, you just don't know the feeling. If you was in that situation, what would you have done? I'm talking about the lights were dim. She had, bro, she literally had on like barely no clothes. She had on a thong, bro. A little time, like a little thing, she had like a little lingerie type stuff on, bro. Smelling good, baby oiled up, man, sitting on the bed, literally running her fingers through her hair, just like, oh, you want some sloppy joes? I was like, yeah. How many you want? Oh, let me get two of them, two. Let me get two. Man, I would never forget that shit ever again in my life, bro. Never, bro. Cause I was like, how many other guys did that work on? And see, then her son, her son was, was was a fruit, one of them fruit cakes. The ones that you get from what's that, Woodman's? Yeah, he was a fruitcake, and I'm like, he must have ate one of them things. Cause I said, bro, it's got to be some initiation going on within her family line. It's somebody, why would she even go to church? I don't get it. Why you in church and you doing voodoo? Come on, bro. Anyway, I ain't mean to scare y'all with that story, but yeah. Okay, so let's see. Cassandra says she 54 years old, and as you can see in my picture, I don't look my age, and I'm definitely about that life. Oh, okay. I knew something. I'm like, yeah, I know. I can't see like everybody picture from this from the chat or whatnot. It's just kind of like small little circles or whatnot. But yeah, I hear you though. Missy said, "The love of my life, both of them are Scorpios. Oh, how has that been for you?" Um, Misty said, "I'm 47. Look young as F2. Hey, I ain't know you was 47. Dang. But I ain't gonna lie, like a lot of people I talk to are like, they're more older than I am, because I'm only 40. But yeah, let me see. Cassandra said I'm a Capricorn sun. My second house is Aquarius. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, so yeah, I feel like I say this, like, yeah, so you how would you say you are, Cassandra, with your placements? Missy said, tires are more expensive. He playing. Damn. Yep, that's the thing. Said Capricorn sun, age backwards, they say. Yeah, that's the thing with Capricorn. Um, like I say, I find that like I dated a woman that was a Capricorn, and it was crazy because I say this, like when I first started talking to her, I thought she was a Virgo, but then she told me she was a Capricorn. But and she was very advanced. Like I say, she was more advanced in that like, cause I ain't gonna lie, when I was like a virgin. I think I was a virgin in like 18. Yeah, I was a virgin in like 18. And then when as soon as I got with that Capricorn, man, she took that shit from me, bro. I couldn't even like, bro, you know what's crazy though? Like I tried everything in the book, cause you gotta understand, like me growing up, I'm like very, very spiritual. So like I ain't really opened myself up to nothing like that until that Capricorn, man. It was just too much, bro. Cause that Capricorn, like, how can I say that? Like, I would say for any man, that's a huge Capricorn is like a huge temptation, bro. Especially for a Pisces, because like the way that woman literally, bro, she was too. How can I say? She was more developed to where she had stuff that you probably be like, yo, you kind of like what at that age you got a little something going on there. You know what it is? Like, you know what I'm trying to say. I can't say all that, can't say how I want to say it because we on the platform. But yeah, I was like, damn, she fully developed, man. So it was just difficult to like kind of be like seeing, she just showing me stuff that I probably shouldn't have been seeing at that age. Well, 18, a lot of people have, a lot of people got it going, got it was getting it on before that age. But me, I was trying to I was just trying to wait because I felt like this. I felt like I ain't want to be like everybody else. Like it's a reason why a lot of people in my family they got children before I don't have any children. So like I felt like I haven't, and the reason why I don't have any because like I feel like, how can I say it? I would want to have make some kids by the right female, man. I think that's been one of my biggest, I ain't gonna say worries, but it's like one of my biggest like uh things that I don't want to do is like get the wrong one pregnant to where where I'm gonna regret it, if that makes sense. So like until that day comes, I'm not really rushing it with that. But I feel like it's, how can I say, I just couldn't let myself, you know what I'm saying? Cause it's like certain stuff I gotta really, really and then, a lot of people disagree with me with this, but it's like it is what it is. But I feel like you really, in order to have kids with a woman, to make kids with a woman, you gotta really be into her, bro. Like inside out, you gotta really, hey, y'all gotta get along. Y'all gotta be like, whatever you put into the soup, it gotta go with it. To where I can't just be doing something without no purpose behind it, cause then I'm gonna feel like I'm just doing something. And who wanna really, put it like this: as you create in this world, who wants to create something that they absolutely had no idea what they were doing? Like, just, I don't believe in that. Like, I don't want to live life just, oh, you met a woman and then you just got her pregnant, and then all of a sudden y'all hated each other, and then it's like, what was the point of like I'm the type of that's what I'm saying. I'm a strategist, and I'm more of a realist to where like I see life, I go through life with a strategy, if that makes sense. I'm a strategist. So like me, I always go through life with a plan, and I feel like it gotta go somewhat that way because I can't just do something and then regret it. Like, oh man, cause I look at my family and I see them and they all got kids, but none of them never look happy, bro. I always look at them and I can feel the mere fact that they're sad, but they're trying to come off as like, oh, everything all good, but I know everything ain't all good, you know? It's like, and then I just be like, man, like I would rather make kids, make children with a female that I say either 90 to 100% am into, very, involved. Cause who want to be a father of a, yeah, oh yeah, of a kid that it's like, you don't even get along with the baby mom, fam. That's gonna make it worse, bro, for me. Cause it's like, to me, it's like, damn, that's the mother of your child. You sitting up, you don't get along with her. What was the point of y'all even making kids that don't make no sense for me. It don't. I'm not finna be no, oh, that's my daughter. Where's the mother? I don't know. I don't give a damn. It's like, I don't want to live like that. So if that's the case, I better off being single or just being by myself, man, or just having a girlfriend, no kids, bro. Cause it's just like, I said another thing too. It costs money for that stuff, man. Like, this stuff ain't cheap. This is not a game. Life is not a game, bro. Ain't nothing a game. And I see, bro. I'm gonna tell you a sad story, bro. The most saddest thing that I've seen is that, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a scenario, okay? Tyrone, Tyrone is a high school student, right? Just hear me out. Tyrone is a high school student. He's 18, right? He has a crush on Brenda, and Brenda is around the same age, right? And he has all these bright dreams, okay? He wants to be a basketball player. He wants to play for a college at some point. She wants to go to school to be a nurse, whoop de whoop de whoop, but she hasn't yet, right? So they get to screwing around, and one day Tyrone gets Brenda pregnant, right? But he's not even working, okay? And then she works at a McDonald's, right? Okay, cool. Now the baby's born, boom. He still ain't found a job yet. She's still doing the little, McDonald thing. Now life is hard, okay? His parents are not involved. He has no help. He has to make sure that he can, find a job, go to work, someone to watch their kid, and it's like he thinks that, okay, so it's like he started his life without thinking things through first. If that makes sense. It's like he's basically going through life without a plan. Okay, now his girlfriend looks at him differently. See, because he doesn't have a job to provide for the kid. So she basically puts him on child support. He wasn't expecting that, right? It made him have to go get a job. Otherwise, he would go to jail. So all of a sudden, now he's working. And now guess what? Guess what gets thrown on the back burner? His goals. Because he chose to go the route where, hey, starting a family early. Not saying he can't never hoop, but now he done made his chances a little bit slim. See, because it's like now you got to take care of that kid. You got responsibilities now. It ain't about you like it was. So that's why I say you got to think first, bro, because you can't just go into the situation getting women pregnant And now you ain't even working, bro. Like you gotta get priorities, bro. You gotta get you a place, sit down somewhere, get you a place, make some money, make some real money, and then get you, you know what I'm saying, meet you a little girl, a girl, and then whoop-de whoop-de woo. But bro, you can't just be just sleeping with females, just doing this stuff, thinking it's a game, bro. Like thinking it's just gonna work itself out, bro. Not with no money. I'm just saying it, keeping it real, because I feel like it's a lot of people out there that be doing that shit. And then the saddest thing, which I was gonna mention, is like I saw this man. He had a daughter, right, and he had a son too. The saddest thing is that he couldn't even buy his kids no new shoes, no clothes, right? So the kid had outgrew the shoes. They were too tight. They were too small, and he couldn't buy none. So you know who had to buy the shoes for the kids? His parents. Bro, if I'm gonna just tell you like this, bro, I would feel so bad, and I would feel like shit to not be able to buy my kids some shoes, bro. That's what I'm saying. I don't want kids until I really, really find the one, bro. Otherwise, I'm not doing that shit, bro. I got to really, it ain't even just finding the one. I got to have money, fam. I'm not finna just be out here, sticking in, sticking in, they putting shit in the oven and then can't even afford to get it out. You putting stuff in the oven and then hey, here's your baby. Oh, it's time to get that, I'm not fun. I'm not even trying to, that was a bad example, but yeah. You know what I'm trying to say, man. Like, everybody likes to get in bed, but then once they get that baby going, it's like, then everything starts to be, shit gets real, if that makes sense. Oh, you say your son a Pisces? How has that been? Uh, I ain't gonna lie. Like, now I will say, back in the day, this whole Pisces thing wasn't easy for me to accept. Okay, like being a Pisces is not easy, bro. Cause this one thing is that you got the two fish, one swimming upstream, one swimming downstream, and the cord that ties y'all both together. And the hardest thing being a Pisces is that you gotta face everything for what it is. See, and it's like, if you don't take it serious, it's not going to take you serious. See, it's like everything that you go through in life as a Pisces, you gotta have a plan, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie. I went to college. I realized that, hey man, I don't like this whole school thing. I just don't. So what are you gonna do? I said, hey, I'm gonna be self-employed. See, start my own business. Okay. Now I got to stick to that because that's the plan. You can't just not have a plan no matter what you do. See? And you can't do nothing on no humbug. Like right now, I got a family member. I ain't gonna mention their name, but bro got his first kid at like 16. Didn't waste no time. I'm looking at him like, shouldn't you be outside playing basketball? Shouldn't you be in the house playing a game? Like, bro, you already got a kid on the way. What is going on? But this is how it is. I'm not saying that he's wrong about it, or that, hey, because we all got different, priorities. Like I say, some people some people just get it going quick. I guess that's to each his own. Um, said LYNE. You said how you know this? Regarding what? Missy said we will plant. Said no, she was serious. Damn. Let me see. Cassandra said always go with your intuition and allow it to be your compass. Said it to keep you out of situations like the one you're talking about. Yeah, definitely. But I never, like I say, the situations that I went through, I never really saw nothing coming until it actually happened. So it's like and that's another thing. That's why I say don't try nothing. Don't ever try nothing that you've never done before. Especially if it's bad. Especially if it's something that's not. It's it, Put it like this. Don't try something that you know could come back to haunt you later, or something that could make you regret it later. Because it's like I've seen situations, some people's stories of trying things have become traumas for themselves. See, and their story always start off the same. Oh, I was by such such house. We had one too many beers, and then one thing or liquor, and then one thing led to another, and then boom. By the end of that night, the person is in regret mode. See, but why I say traumas is because like I remember growing up, I had a relative went out of town, right, and I was young, man. I'm talking about I was super young, and I remember that my cousin, him and it was like my cousin and one of his cousins. It was like they was, acting. The way they was talking was they was talking like females and shit, right? It's kind of like real, like uh, flamboyant, just kind of like different. And I remember, we went out of town to visit family, and them two was over there, and then they was literally about to go on the street and race. And then I'm talking about, mind you, we little kids, like we little. And I remember one of my cousins was like, he had like the little, back then it was like the Jerry curl was in style. He had like the wave, like a little wave nouveau. No, it was like a Jerry curl. And then like they was racing in the streets, but the way he was standing and walking, I'm like, bro, what is his deal? Like this man was talking like a girl. He was saying like little phrases like, you can't get past me, baby doll, and saying little stuff like that and whoop de woo. And I remember the computer was like at my auntie house or whatnot. Went over there, and lo and behold, man, I never forget this. So back then, the old ass computers, e-machines and all those type of computers. This man, I wiggled the mouse, and next thing you know, this man wallpaper was like a bunch of naked men on the damn screen. I said, yo, what the hell's going on? And then I'm like, everybody was like, yo, did you see that? Wiggle the mouse, look at the screen. Look through. Man, this man, listen, bro. This shit scared the dog shit out of me, man. Okay. It shows you that, bro, parents have to really watch what their kids is doing, man. Pay more attention to your kids, bro. What the hell are they watching? What the hell are they doing, bro? Bro, we was literally like 13 years old. We was young as hell, bro. This man had one of my cousins that I know today. He's still, and you know what? It shows. And look, and you want to know the strangest thing? This man was young, and he had that naked stuff on his computer screen, as a wallpaper or screensaver. Now today, what y'all think what kind of lifestyle y'all think he live? Yep, Diddy. Yep, facts. Yep. Just because he been doing that shit for years, never stopped. But the moral of the story is like, dude, what's even worse? Remember the one I told you about that went in the street to race and why he was talking like that? That was his first victim. It's cold blooded. And how do I know this? Because my cousin that's from there, he told me. He said, dude was going around, hey, just taking it, going around telling them to lay down. Bro, I'm like, see, that shit, it to me, it like angered me because, like, bro, imagine if that was somebody's little brother. What if that was somebody like they went over their house to spend a night or had some type of sleepover or something, bro, and dude on that. You just You don't even know. That could be your little brother, bro. Defenseless. Like, don't you know what I'm saying? How the hell could you be into something that you so fucking young, bro? And then you can't keep it to yourself. You out there taking it out on and doing stuff with your own relatives, incest and everything. So I always say more of the story, you guys, is like, bro, that's why I don't want no kids, bro. Cause I feel like it's too much shit to be worrying about, bro. Like people who watching your kids and who where they gonna go. And I ain't got time for man, listen, bro. I'm good, bro. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the truth, bro. I don't even think about like like right now, my brother, and it ain't like I'm telling my business because it's already everybody already know. But my brother, man, I think somebody did something to him, bro. Somebody, my brother ain't never been the same, bro. He was just like, man, it was like this. He was just calm, talking a whole lot, and this man ain't said nothing. Like for like a whole year, he ain't been talking at all. And he down at the I guess he signed himself into the hospital. So it's like too much stuff going on, man. Ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, Cassandra said always go with your intuition, allow it to be your compass, all your facts. Let me see. Misty said Scorpio is very interested in the spiritual. They can be dark and get dark fast. Facts. Yeah, and that's why I said like when the one dude I was telling y'all about with that scammed me or whatnot, he just got quiet. Like he was all like upbeat, talking, woo woo woo, nothing. Nothing. Like after that, after I said no to the whole $40 situation, nothing. He ain't said nothing else. As I mentioned, just with the Pisces situation, when the Pisces ghosted, fell off the face of the earth, just let him go. Just let it go. Just let it go. Because it's like, I feel like Scorpio goes back to the dark. You know, they actually retreat, go right back to where they came from, where they was hiding at in the first place. Uh, let's see. Cassandra said, her moon is in Scorpio, and moon signs usually represent your mother. Yeah, two is like, I tend to like to follow the esoteric astrology when it comes to the signs and whatnot. But like it's a huge, it's more than just signs and sun and moon. I feel like it's the whole thing. Like with Scorpio, it's three stages. See, people don't understand that Pluto is almost is like at the highest. So it's not even just Mars with what you're dealing with. In other words, some people think it's just they forget that you could be put it like this. You could be um you could be at a point, let's say you meet a Scorpio and they're in stage one, for example. Stage one is considered the serpent, the scorpion. So here you will have someone that will be more prone to stinging you. See? And usually it's because if you come at a Scorpio with hostility or confrontation, they're going to bring it back to you. And then nine times out of 10, they at this stage, they will sting themselves. So if they become angry with you, then they'll be more prone to holding a grudge. See, they'll be more prone to holding a grudge, and that's how they end up stinging themselves because stinging themselves means that they haven't forgiven you. They basically haven't let go of the disappointment or whatever drama that they had with you. So sometimes Scorpio still wants to keep you around even after y'all fight because they don't want the worst. They have a fear of loss, you see, and they take the whole fear of loss as a um it's like fear of control, losing control. So if they lose something that they had control over, they take it put it like this, it really affects them. Now, if you meet a Scorpio on stage two, is more like the eagle. So the eagle actually, um, stays above all the, stays above, excuse me, stays above what you may consider of the scorpion. So as they fly above, they can see everything below, and therefore it's like they can see, um, they know not to get themselves involved in the things that the scorpion stage would consist of. If that makes sense. But they're all trying to get to stage 3, which is the phoenix, which allows them to let go and heal. See, and not to not to use confrontation. So that's where that would be the lesson of which they want to get to it at some point, is that Phoenix stage. But the powerful thing about Scorpio is that they go through many different transformations. So everything that they could obtain, at the same time, they learn how to let it go when they reach that Phoenix stage. Because it's like they need that in order, that stuff gets what? It turns to ash. That's why a lot of times a Scorpio can have something of value or something that's really, really a big deal for them, and they'll get it and then they'll let it go. See? It's like, damn, you had that nice car. What happened to that nice car you had? They probably end up they probably gave it away to somebody. But it's like you might be shocked, like, damn, why you get that good car away? And they'd be like, yeah, I had to, because they needed to get rid of that in order to transform. Because through each transformation, they don't always take on the things that they had before, whether that be a girlfriend, a wife, or if you're a female and you got a boyfriend or a husband. Sometimes when they go through that transformation, they not taking what they just had with them in order to get that new state of mind, because they may feel that the old them died. You see what I'm saying? They're not the same person they used to be. So sometimes that may consist of them having a new mate. So that's why that's a good thing. But the lesson for Scorpio is to let go, because a lot of time they don't let go. They get a firm grip on whatever, whatever's whatever they want in life. They like to get a firm grip on it. So that way they feel like this. If they lose control, they feel like they're dead. See, they feel like they've lost. So that's why Scorpios be wanting control. And the whole reason for the control is for you to stay close to them, so that you can't just leave them. See, because that's the greatest fear of a Scorpio, is to lose something. And if they lose something that they loved, because I'm gonna tell you, that's why they act like that. Once they once they realize that you something that they want and it's something that they love, they can't imagine you letting them go. They just can't. So that's why they become like, the way that they are towards others. They could be possessive, defensive over the things that they love. So that includes friends. So they can get really upset if they feel like you, because a Scorpio, they have great perception, so they could tell if, like, you getting ready to pull away from them. They can feel it. And if they feel it, they will literally, this is why they'll check on you and be like, yo, what's going on? Why are you acting this way or whatnot? Because they feel like you're gonna leave, then they're gonna come at you in such a way. Let me see. Said a demon slayer. Facts. Let me see. Dowface said no, not the Sag. Oh, okay. So I understand you clearly. Appreciate that. Said, did she like you? Um, Wait. You said who like me? Or you talking to one of them? Dowface. Missy said, I know when I see a sister or brother, it's the feels I do good lots. If good, my ancestors were healers, not just evil witches. See, the thing with witches is this. The problem is witchcraft, okay? Witchcraft is a form of control, see, influence. So, excuse me. Man, hold on, I got this. Yeah, okay, so witchcraft is put it like this, it's considered evil because of what it does. See, like for instance, a person could use witchcraft like to wish bad upon someone or try to, punish someone or in such a way to where that's when it gets out of hand, and that's why a lot of people like witches and warlocks they use it. See, uh, especially when it comes to spells. Like a person could put a spell on you and you won't even know it. It's even worse too. Like that's why you're not supposed to like send pictures of yourself to certain people. Like you don't want to just be giving people your pictures and stuff, like because people can print them and they can do all kinds of shit like that. You probably don't want them doing, but it's not stronger than things related to like God and whatnot because it's that if you don't have, I'm gonna tell you the reason why is because it's exposed at that point. Like how can I say it? Um, put it like this. Best way to understand is like if somebody is practicing, for instance, witchcraft is like this. What it really means is it's like a person that has strong evil influence. They use the witchcraft to control a person, a situation, to control their mind state concerning the situation. And the problem is it always backfires because of the karma. And people can I don't know, I say this like if you guys know who Jezebel is, Jezebel in the Bible was ruthless, okay? She was ruthless and she a lot of the people that followed her, they were like the people that followed Jezebel, they were considered, people that were, what we were just discussing. Like they basically were fruitcakes or whatnot, right? And the problem is that that's what she did, is she demasculized, the men of God or whatnot. But we deal with this spirit every day and people just don't realize it. It's like you could be afraid of such a person that threatens you or threatens your manhood to where you just give in to it and tolerate that particular spirit. And anytime a person has a demon, it affects their mental state where the person is no longer behaving like a human, they're behaving more like a demon. Well, this is why we call people demon possessed, is because like they do weird stuff that's not normal. See, where they could be outside with no coat on and it's like below zero and they're just walking around like doing, like it's cool like that. And some people write it off as an illness, but it's not an illness, bro. This is that's what demons do. They hijack a person's you know, their soul, see, to where they can literally take over a person that's lost or someone that is not awake spiritually. But like I say, it's to me a whole nother level. Like I say, the tarot card situation, my cousin had a couple of decks, and man, when I seen her pull them cards out, I was shocked, bro. I wasn't expecting that. And she whipped them bad boys out to where I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like she didn't even know I had a channel. I was even talking to discussing signs, and then I saw what looked like a Crown Royal pouch, but instead what it had inside of it was tarot cards. And she pulled them out, and then I touched them thinking it was like something else. I didn't know what was in there. I didn't know what was in the pouch. So when I literally grabbed the cards with my hands because I thought it was just a like a regular pack of cards. I didn't know they were tarot cards. When I pulled them out, she was like, "No, no, 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 no! Don't touch my cards! Don't touch my cards! Like those are my tarot cards! Like don't touch them! Don't touch them!" Then she said, "Oh man," she said, "Damn, now I gotta clean them with the sage and all this stuff." And I'm like, "Bro, those were tarot cards," and I'm looking like, and that let me know like, here we go again. Like every time I come up against somebody, they be just like they're, how can I say it? They be, they got something to do with the occult, to where I realized that, damn, I remember one time I went over to this lady's house and same thing. I went to just humbug, went over there, met her on a date site. She told me to come in, right? Just come over and just, have a couple drinks and chill, whatnot. I walk into her house, right? She had candles everywhere. They were lit. Candles laying around everywhere. It was almost like her kitchen had like a shrine at the table. Candles were burning all around the damn table, bro, like it was somebody's birthday. I'm like, okay, what the hell is going on? Next thing you know, this old lady, bro, had to be like 80 years old. Then she had no teeth, and she was literally sitting at the end of the table. And the Sagittarius was like literally just standing at the table with all this shit on it. And then I'm like, yo, what's going on, bro? As soon as I felt like I walked into a room of an initiation, like going on, like somebody was getting ready to drink a bowl of blood or something, bro. So I walk in there. The lady, oh my God, bro. She screams at me, like, cause I literally was like, I'm not gonna sit down because I see what's on the table. Like all this stuff that just looked like something getting ready to jump off, like spiritual. So, man, I kid you not, bro. This lady, it was like she was like hissing at me or something. She was like, you know how a person that doesn't have any teeth, they kind of like, and she was like, "You're just gonna stand there." I said, "Whoa." I said, "I'm gonna take my ass outside. I'm out of here." I left, man, got the hell up out of there so quick. I ain't even shut the damn door behind me. That lady screamed, man. That lady had no teeth, and she was literally like, "Are you gonna sit down or are you just gonna stand there?" I'm like, "I'm out of here. You have a good day." Cause I'm like, bro, damn, the lady did, bro, with all them damn candles lit like that, and the lights weren't even off. They just had like some type of enunciation going on at the table. And she wanted me to sit down and go before this old lady, bro. Like they was finna do something to me, bro. And mind you, this lady did not know nothing about me. See? And then she told me to sit down at the table. She was trying to force me to sit down. I wouldn't sit down. And then she said, "Oh, now he doesn't want to sit down." No, I'm not sitting down. You just screamed at me, shit. And I knew it was a demon that was screaming at me through her, because I wasn't falling for that shit. I seen all them candles. I'm talking about, y'all, if y'all seen how many candles was lit at that damn table, y'all would have did the same shit. You would have shit your pants, or you would have did something. You would have said something, man. You would have been like, "Yo, what is going on? What are y'all in here doing?" First off. And the lady had a big ass book open at her side, the Sag. And in my mind, I'm like, why is it with Sag this shit keeps happening, bro? To where I'm like, what is it? What do they, it's something that either like I trigger something within the Sag for me to find out that side of them. But I felt like they was trying to do some witchcraft at that table, bro, because the table had like these white candles. They wasn't like no skinny candles. They were like thicker ones. And they were all, she had about 13 of them hoes just lined up all on the table. And it was lined up in such a way that you could tell they were doing something over them because it was like they were at the edge of the table all the way around in a circle to where I was like, this ain't no just humbug like them just having candles lit. Because if it was like that, maybe two candles. And hell, it wasn't no damn Hanukkah or no damn Kwanzaa going on. It was a damn ritual, some type of, you know, it was something more spiritual in a bad way going on. That's the best way that at least it didn't feel and that's how you able to tell what the difference between whether or not it's good or bad. Because if you feel an unsettling feeling that you just don't feel spiritually comfortable in the environment, then that's how you able to know that it's not of good, fam. You could tell if it's like a bad omen there versus a good situation. Um, yeah. Now, Doubtface says she trying to trap you. Yeah, definitely. Misty said, that kind of witchcraft is not good. Come from evil energy vampires. Facts. But see, that's the thing. Like, I saw this one video, but it's probably not. I don't know if it's. I'm not sure if anybody can watch it, but it was a while back where I was watching this video where somebody did ingest the hair, and these people were like had their fingers in this person's mouth, having them barf to get the shit out. But that's how much hair the person had when they got done with that girl, bro. She had like a big huge pot full of hair that was in her stuck into in her like her that she ingested because of somebody doing root work on her. I was like, bro. And I sat there, and you know what's crazy? I sat there and watched the whole damn show, the whole situation. That it was like the lady went to someone and then they did that to her. Then she went back to someone that's like a doctor at that, far as um getting it out. And man, he down there had his whole hand in her throat, bro. Like, cause she was literally he was pressing on her stomach and she was literally barfing all that hair up, bro, because somebody got her, bro. They really got her and she ingested that. And that's what he was doing. He kept squeezing. It's obviously he was speaking a different language and he was um, pressing her stomach in such a way that was making that stuff come up. But I'm like, yo, that's like it's a lot of people out here that's victims of stuff like that nobody talks about. And don't, some people be thinking like, oh, that rarely happened, but it does happen. That's why you can't be just going by people's houses and trying every damn thing that just because they offering you stuff to eat on. You don't know what they putting in the food. Like me, I don't now, even if I'm starving, I still don't be like quick to take food from people. And a lot of one lady that I delivered some food, groceries to, she asked me if I wanted some it was like some Easter treats that she made. And she said, oh, would you like to have one of these? And I was like, nah, I'm all right. And then she looked like she kind of got offended by me, me rejecting it. But oh well, I'm like, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't want to eat something that I think I'm gonna be sick later. Like, it's because it's either that or it's like a doodle kitchen type of situation where somebody might be making like biscuits with their feet, might be putting their feet rolling the dough, or just stuff that's not uh sanitized correctly. Like people washing their hands and using a clean rag to wipe the tables off. You just gotta be careful. Like I remember one time I was at my grandmother's house and I was getting ready to make a sandwich. I was starving too. And as soon as I reached for the bread, I pulled like two slices of bread out the little bunch of the bread. And next thing you know, I saw a roach take a run for it and ran like right across the table. And I almost threw up, bro. And when I seen that, I got scared because I was like, damn, I always like to go to my grandmother's house, but she had roaches. Like I seen one roach, then I was like, damn, I know it's more, but it was because of the whole like him using them little like mildewy ass rags and stuff. Like I just felt like it's just the cleanliness of a person's crib that people be getting offended. But it's like, bro, clean. You can't be expecting people to want to come over and eat off those plates and stuff. I remember once, man, I was by this lady's house, and I ain't gonna lie, same situation, similar but different. She wasn't no dime, but she was probably like a 6 or 7. But she was she let me come over there. Man, I asked her this question precisely. I said, yo, do you have any bugs? Like, you got any roaches? Because of the area she told me that she lived in, when she gave me her address, I got kind of like, suspicious, kind of skeptical about me going in that area because I'm like, that's that's the hood. So I'm like, I'm just want to make sure you ain't got no roaches or nothing, right? Just in case I'll spend a night. So meanwhile, I get over her house, bro. She immediately had me come in her room. I guess she felt that this was the area of the house that the roaches probably had no interest in going into. So boom, I go take a pee. Next thing you know, I see activity. So I'm like, but it was just like the little baby roaches. They was like going in the tub, around the tub and whatnot, just by me sitting there, like, taking a number one. I realized, okay, little activity, not a whole lot. Shit, man. I said, yo, can I get a Coke? It's something I want, no, needed something to drink. Bro, this was the craziest shit I ever saw in my damn life, bro. So mind you, flick the light on, and I seen like I could just see little stuff doing like little roaches like going when I flicked that light on, they like kind of, took a run for it. Then I asked her for something to drink. She said, oh, you can get it out the refrigerator. Bro, I opened that refrigerator up. Guess what I seen, bro? Roaches all in her fridge, bro. All over the milk. She had like leftovers, something that she cooked. It was roaches all up in that shit, bro. Roaches was all in the damn cheese, the damn top to the bottom. It was so many roaches in that refrigerator that I said, ain't no way she don't know this shit is in there, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Then when I looked on the floor, she had like the little 12 packs of like sodas and stuff. Roaches all in and outside of the box, bro. I'm like, I seen that shit. I said, why she lied to me and say she didn't have no fucking roaches, bro? And her house smelled, you know what's crazy? Her house smelled like she had roaches. I don't know if y'all ever know, like y'all ever noticed, like you could actually smell that the fact that somebody got like roaches when you walk into their house. It's like you could tell that they have them, bro. Man, that shit. Like I seen a situation where I seen bed bugs, bro, and I seen an infestation of bed bugs. I had bought this apartment, and I wonder why the rent was so damn cheap. It was like 300 a month for like a 1 bedroom, right? Man, I see why it was that damn cheap. I had laid down, bro, and I kept waking up and I kept having all these little like red little bite, like it was like a red marks all over my whole back, bro. I'm like, where is these red marks coming from, dog? I thought I was coming down with something. Until I woke up and I kept scratching while I was at work. I'm like, yo, what's something? Why is all these welts on me like this? And I said, I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. So as a Pisces, you know how us Pisces is. We know something going down, we investigate. Man, I had bought this big, huge floor heater because it was kind of cold in that room anyway. Man, I turned that floor heater up to the man, had that hot air blowing towards the damn mattress, bro. And then I'm sitting there like, yo, I'm watching. I'm sitting there watching the bed, trying to see what the hell is all these bite marks coming from. I ain't really know too much about bed bugs in regards to this as this was happening. So I'm like, I don't even know what to expect. I'm just looking at the bed. I see activity, you guys. See them little thin ass fucking, I thought it was like a thin, crispy ass type of bug. I ain't know it was I didn't even, that's what I'm saying. I didn't even know what a bed bug was. I just knew I used to hear people say, night night, don't let the bed bugs bite. I ain't never know like that's what they are. Like, so I kept seeing them little thin ass fucking crispy ass, um, they look like little like burnt cheese on a pizza type of skin crisp bugs or whatever. So next thing you know, I watched where they were going into the floorboards. I said, yo, what is going on? Man, when I lifted up that damn mattress, Brody, oh my Lanta, bro. It was like a whole city full of fucking crispy ass bugs. Like they had a whole city that they was building underneath that damn mattress, bro. They was everywhere, bro. You could just see like the bugs was like together as a family. They was just like running around. I said, oh hell no. I got the fuck out of it, man. You could keep all them. I had to throw away so many clothes. That's why I'm wearing this shit every day. I had all my clothes. I had to throw them away just because the bed bugs had took over, bro. And then he gonna sit up there and say he was a Libra. Oh, can't even. Man, you know what I want to say, but yeah, man, that Libra was a freaking slumlord, bro. And he got the nerve to ask me, "You think you're gonna have that 300 rent on the first? No, hell no. You told me you didn't have these bed bugs, buddy. I asked you, was in any movement?" And then he used to tell me some stuff that was weird. Cause he told me he was like, his name was Tim. He said, I found I found Joseph and his brother. And I thought he was talking about real people. No, man, he was talking about the field mice that he was catching on the little traps, the little mouse traps, bro. And he used to tell me just like that, like, yeah, Joseph and his cousin, yeah, they didn't make it last night. And I'd say, yo, what is he talking about? And he'd be like, yeah, in the garage. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get his cousin now. I'm like, why is he talking like that, bro? I'm really thinking this man really talking about some real people. And this man, he happy about him catching dead mice in the damn garage, bro. Talking about some, yeah, I'm waiting on his cousin. Waiting on his cousin to get off work. Yeah, I'm gonna catch him though. He ain't gonna be ready for the night. I'm like, bro, you can't make no joke out of having mice, Brody. That shit ain't funny, bro. But that just be letting me know, like, bro, cause he owned the house, so like he had 4 rooms. It was like a renter room type of place. And I see why he had those bed bugs, because you ain't even like cleaning the rooms out. You just letting folks stay and rent a room, and then you ain't even going in the room changing or cleaning nothing. So you don't know who been up in that room on that same bed. So that's why I was like, nah, bro. But it's like when you living, that's what I said, when you out here living and stuff, you gotta have money, bro. Otherwise you ain't really got a choice of where you stay. And I seen so many things. Like I've been in situations, some bad situations, man. What you know about sleeping inside of an office, bro? You know, and I'm talking about the size of the office is like a damn closet, bro. Like just maybe a closet worth, or maybe not even a small office room. Sleeping in that mug. Hey, thank God for floor heaters, man. You put that floor heater down, make you a pallet, you gonna be knocked out just like you would in a damn bedroom. But that was like the old days though. I ain't doing that no more. But yeah, man, it's like yeah, you gotta be careful out here, man. It's all kind of stuff going on. Yeah, but yeah, that's why I've been sticking to the older women because sometimes the younger women, I don't know, I don't think I could really keep up with the younger women no more. But they be wanting to go out too much, go out shaking and twerking and stuff too much, to where I be like, man, that stuff kind of old to me. Like everybody got their little what they into and what they not into. But yeah, see, let me see, bro. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, yeah, don't forget to smash. I know I kind of went into different subjects you or whatnot tonight, but sometimes it happens like that when you go live. Uh, yeah, but yeah, a lot of everything that I was talking about, yeah, personal experiences. Yes, man. I don't all my stuff be like everything I done been through. So it's like you just gotta know, like when you go through stuff like that, it raises your awareness to where you start to realize, like, a lot of people, like I say this, there was a Leo, right? And she thought she was the shit, bro. And she's always bragging about stuff. And she told me the same thing. Like she did admit that she had roaches, but I'm like, bro, you could get rid of those. I don't understand why people settle. It's like you could literally call an exterminator and pay like $70 and get rid of some shit, get rid of a bug or whatever. You ain't got to just tolerate having them. I never understood that. Like, what are you doing? You just don't want to pay the money to get an exterminator? And then this is one thing that blows me. I hate when people lie and blame the people downstairs for having roaches, bro. Like, no, it's you. See? Oh, well, they're not my roaches. They're coming down from the neighbor downstairs. Like, nah, bro. You got them because you nasty too. It ain't that you can't blame somebody that can't even defend themselves. Like, you just trying to make it seem like, oh, it's not your fault. Oh, they're coming from the people downstairs. Like, nah, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not being judgmental, but I've seen situations like of a clean house versus, like, I remember a lady on the south side. She had the roaches, but hers was worse than what the other ones were. The stories I told you guys. That lady had the roaches in the garbage because when you walk in her house, you can see the garbage overflowing, falling on the floor. Or like, you could see she had like piles and piles of dishes just like dirty, just sitting in the sink. And so you can see why the roaches find that to be paradise. It's like you making it easy for them to live with you because ain't nobody cleaning up nothing. And it's like four of y'all. I can't sleep in something like I can't sleep with bugs being present because I always had this thing. I know y'all heard of a earwig, and I used to always have that feeling like if you sleeping around bugs, they could crawl into your nose, your ears, or something to where while you're asleep, you put it like this. Could you imagine you sleep and then a bug crawls through your ear? That would be crazy. So I don't be want to sleep around stuff like that's why I don't sleep on no floors, bro. Cause you don't know what could come up on you while you that low to the floor. Now, let me see. So yeah, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Smash the like button if you like the live, and I'll be releasing some more videos tomorrow, and I'll be going live tomorrow as well. I love y'all. Catch y'all on the next one, and peace out.